There we go. There we go. Should I do my move? Pull up the tube. Oh. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt good. Oh. How's that?
Not that that is proof of anything.
What you talking about, Paul?
You know, you can't really polygraph sociopaths and psychopaths and shit. They're capable of, you know, they don't have the same emotive response. And so, like, a polygraph is a good indicator, but it's not like, it's not 100% proof that somebody's lying or telling.
Doc of the hungover husky.
It's worth pointing out.
I'm also not really that hungover.
To that effect.
I just woke up kind of hungry and drowsy.
He wasn't just like, I'm saying this shit.
Oh, here, hold on. Need to put some stuff in the freezer real quick. But very quick.
I wonder if
What'd you get for the freezer?
So what you're asking for is like, what's the motive, right? Well, if it was somebody close to Kurt, his money. Kurt Cobain was...
What'd you get for the freezer? Pizza!
Yeah.
He was the biggest rock star in the world. He has two of the biggest albums that have ever been fucking released in the history of rock.
Oh my God! What?
Not just money in the moment. It's not like he just got paid a bunch to make this.
Psycho floof.
Money in perpetuity.
Psycho floof. Psycho floof.
Work sucks.
Yes, it does.
My days got cut.
Huh?
My days got cut.
Damn. Because of the bullshit from yesterday?
So now I have
That's it?
Saturday off, Sunday off, Monday off, Tuesday off, Wednesday off, go back to work Thursday.
Ugh, damn. That's it?
And then I work until Saturday.
Jeez. That's it.
And I got my new finish.
Nice. / gifts. What is this GIF? An unaware clad man is caught eating a cheesecake in the middle of the Florida Everglades. The fuck?
10 for 10.
What? He's running away like he's a wild Bigfoot, bro. What the fuck? Bruh. He straight up looks like he's like some wild Bigfoot. Like, I don't know if I can show it, because it doesn't look like he's wearing underwear, honestly. It just looks like he's just, you know, a naked clad man. Well, you know, I think I could do it. Yeah, this guy is basically like a wild Bigfoot. He's like, oh shit, I've been caught in the wild, time to run. Oh shit. Get away from my cheesecake, is mine. So is this meth.
My argument is not don't do it. My argument is doing it is pointless.
That was work.
Oh, not too bad.
It's not active.
When I came back from my break, fucking, some dudes came by pumping out the, you know, that like weird metal grate thing right in front of our dishwasher?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they opened that up to pump it out, and, oh my god, dude, the smell. It was
Horrible.
yeah. I can like still feel it buried in my lungs or something. It's just like, goddamn, it did not feel good. I don't know how they were doing it, but like they definitely probably lost all sense of their smell at that rate, because they were just fucking just going into it. But yeah, it took them a little bit, but once they were done, you know, I was able to finish up the rest of my stuff. So because I was just like doing some of my other tasks, and then once they started pumping that shit, the smell just was so revolting. I just had to like take a minute to walk away for a second and be like, ooh. It's like
I was
Colorado.
gonna get beer, but I didn't have enough.
and dark. That he himself was.
I wasn't really feeling too much of it tonight anyway.
And from all.
Maybe more.
The only person
Yeah.
that seems to say that about him is his wife.
Well, tomorrow's my birthday.
His other, like his friends and shit.
I'll be working, but then Friday I can go grab something for him.
Suicide.
I don't care.
No, Kurt did not mope around and talk about killing himself.
I just want to get fucking marijuana approved.
No, I
Mm.
did not see
Colorado legalized medical shrooms. Nice.
You know, so
Medical shrooms legalized. Medical shrooms
Kurt Cobain was just a
legalized.
suicidal guy because he made dark stuff.
What?
Legalized mushrooms are legal. Well, medical mushrooms are legal in Colorado.
I don't claim to have known that.
But they won't legalize weed.
Colorado has medical.
No, who is it?
That
Last night.
person who just
North Dakota or something like that?
Yeah, North Dakota didn't legalize weed. I think Arkansas was the same way too, which is dumb.
A lot of times you do, yes. That's one of the sad legacies that a person that commits
Talking about
suicide
Kurt Cobain, looks like of Paul.
is there's often huge.
I also do like Kurt Cobain a lot, and
It's
Nirvana.
not uncommon.
He had a metal tea, Tyler, like how he really gets fucking hyper negative and like, oh, he's just like, you know, some depressive suicidal junkie. It's like, dude, fuck no. It's not how he was. I mean, he was a junkie, but
Should, like, maybe
not like in this,
usually, but it's
not like how, you know, you usually would think.
What unfortunately is uncommon is for people to intercede in a meaningful way when they do see it.
Plus, he was just also whacked,
And that's not true, John Doe.
considering how he
Suicidal makes it
died.
obvious. That's just you have a profound misunderstanding of the psychology of suicidal people. Suicidal people often give multiple cries for help to their friends, families, coworkers. It's just that we as a society are bad at seeing them. People
I tend to agree with that,
trained to
honestly.
look out for it. People want to think, oh no, it wouldn't be. He's just being.
Mainly because, I mean, it's just like, I know there's definitely a lot of people, including myself, that I know that have suffered, to a lot of these type of issues, and
That'll pass.
at least just because I experienced it, I guess, it's just a lot, I noticed that there are definitely a lot of other people that can't really, pick that out as much, comparison to others.
I've known
Just considering how their, like, whole,
suicide
life is, or their mentality and shit about things,
in one way
or what that type of cry for help could be.
All of them threw up red flags. All of them.
Colorado's first unfortunately legalized weed. Yeah. Drew just didn't. I think he got it a little mixed up. He thought that
Sometimes they're trying
medical
to just-
mushrooms were legalized elsewhere, but no, that was just Colorado.
Yeah, you can't say, like, some people are determined. They give a cry for help, like even a subconscious one, but they're just not, you're not going to be able to give them what they need. That's why I said, like, I'm not standing as, like, I'm not trying to indict people who are friends or family members of people who have killed themselves. Like, it is not my intention by talking about this to say that those people are inherently bad. Sure, that's something else. I'm talking about that's one of the horrible outcroppings of suicide, is that it leaves friends and family with that kind of pain and those kind of questions. Deep in your soul, you know Kurt didn't kill himself too. Well, I don't lend that credence scientifically, but I understand what you mean.
I do really feel like there's just too much evidence to say that he was killed.
I feel kind of the same. You know, I mean, like, I just kind
Especially considering who got a lot of financial benefit from it too.
Maybe that's bias. Maybe it's because I, like so many people from my generation, loved him. And it would be better, in my mind, that he didn't take his own life. It's almost better, it sucks, it's horrible. But it's better knowing that he didn't decide to do it. It's somebody, it sucks that somebody fucking decided to do it for him. That's easier to think of than, Kurt who stuck a shotgun in his mouth. Took a big final shove-off dose and killed himself. That's a
That just
harder
doesn't
pill
strike
to
me as
swallow.
Kurt, honestly. Especially from what a lot of his friends said about him. He, especially when he died, like around that time, he was never really seen as like a very depressive dude. Not even like, you know, like a cry for help type situation. Just kind of content. Maybe not necessarily the most happiest dude ever.
I mean, most of these mass shooters are people who, especially the ones that, like, their families knew. There was no way they couldn't have, you know? A lot of these
He's loving that
interviews
little
with
ride,
people that were closer to them or their families and stuff have revealed that. It's just like, yeah, we thought he was weird. We didn't know what to do about it, though. Started talking some weird stuff about black people and then started buying a bunch of guns. I don't know, we just kind of thought it was a phase. What?
I love it. I love it when there are people that will stick up for shit like that. I never knew, someone would do such a crazy thing. He seems so nice.
Because it reads like two different notes. So, Kurt wrote a lot, as you can imagine. He wrote a lot of poetry, a lot of lyrics and shit, and he kind of like scribbled things here, there, and everywhere. And so it is very strange. In fact, I'll pull it up because Kurt Cobain's suicide note is. You can see pictures of it, and I'll show you can just see what I'm talking about. Kurt Cobain. We'll read it.
Damn. That one really got me. That one got me good. Pull up the Reddit, see what's going on there. See what fun shit could be on the Reddit. Oh, jeez. Renee Gonzalez with Law and Order. Law and Order. Focus, Alice Portland Commissioner joined harnessing contentious. That fucking sucks. At least with the ranked choice voting reform and shit, that doesn't really mean too much. That just that overall.
Read the whole fucking suicide note to you.
Gonzalez is a good matter. Chart reform. Yeah.
It's very disjointed.
I just hate that basically Joanne Hardesty was scapegoated for basically fucking everything.
In handwriting, it can be kind of hard to. It's hard to see it in this. Let's see if I can. Give me a second. Let me see if I can. I'll keep this up so I can read it.
You will be a 2-year lame duck commissioner. Then all of them are out. Good.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to see how Jim McCloud Skidder is doing. Man, what the fuck? Goddamn. Because I don't think her shit was called yet. I don't think it is. Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Wheeler's gone also. Oh, Wheeler's gone too. Really, as far as the Hardesty can make a comeback on a new system. Oh, yeah, I guess with a new system that would be true.
But
yeah, let me see.
There are some very
yeah.
differences in this note that don't, like in handwriting, that don't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. So you can see, here's the whole thing.
Well, looks like Measure 111 kind of flipped, but it hasn't been called yet.
See down here at the bottom?
And the house, yeah, let's see.
Oh, he did it up here too. And there are people that say that this handwriting here is...
Oh, God, no. I don't like it.
You can see he's got this very...
Dolores Chavez de Rammer bitch is fucking in the lead and probably is gonna win.
Precise script, and this
man, is our shit really gonna flip? Is my county really gonna flip into a shithole?
Their heart beating out of their fucking chest.
Great.
They just had somebody...
Boo.
Writing some crap, you know what I mean? And then the rest of this is what he actually wrote like. So that to me is very shocking.
I mean, it's 73% reporting, but still, it's like 51.3% to 48.7.
Good question. Yeah, there were no prints on the suicide note. Almost as if whoever did it was wearing gloves at the time, which is another theory as to why this...
I mean, she can't be much worse than Schrader, and also not over yet. I mean, yeah, I guess. But, nah, she can't be worse than Schrader because she's a Trumpy type.
Copy it, but was
Not like an outright vocal one, but she's definitely, you know, a more pro-Trumpian sycophant.
Very strange.
So,
let's read it. Oops. God damn it. Let me see. I didn't know I closed it. To Bada, which was his,
really getting into that rawhide or getting something else?
his like imaginary friend.
Oh, you're just getting into that rawhide.
The suicide.
You just love it.
Speaking from the tongue of an experienced simpleton, who obviously
He is just loving that rawhide.
infantile complaint. This note should be pretty easy to understand. All the warnings from the Punk Rock 101 courses over the years, since my first introduction to the shall we say ethics involved with independence and embracement of your community has proven to be very true. I haven't felt the excitement of listening to as well as creating music along with reading and writing for 2 years now. I feel guilty pulling words about these things. For example, when we were backstage
Guess this
and
is
the lights go out and the manic
Kurt
roar of the
Cobain's
crowd begins,
suicide
it
note.
doesn't affect me the way it did for Freddie Mercury, who seemed to relish in the love and adoration.
No Republican governor then? No, there's no Republican governor.
The fact is,
But, I mean, because Kotek won, but Jimmy McGill Skinner is going to lose in my fucking congressional district, just from the looks of it. Boo. Kotek won, bitches. And Fetterman, too. And a few other, you know, people that are definitely worth mentioning. But unfortunately, you know, it's like not Drazen. But, fortunately about that one. But, unfortunately, though, at least with Jay McCullough Skinner and a few other seats, it doesn't seem like as much of the case. Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, it's not like the end-all be-all necessarily. I mean, it never really went strongly one way or the other, it seemed. It's like you had, like, barely a red trickle-trackle, and then you had, like, a blue pit-a-paddle. It's like, ooh. Such strong, you know, like, you know, results coming out of both ends.
There's good in all of us, and I think I simply love people too much. So much that it makes me feel too.
3 matches past submission 1 has a small lead.
The sad little
Well, 14 hasn't been called yet. I've been looking at it, and it hasn't been called either way. It's still, like, being tallied up. Actually, last time I saw it was at like 50.9, and then it went down to like 50.7, so that one still seems like it could kind of go either way. Saw by Over Live last night. Well, it's been continually, you know, slightly fluctuating and hasn't been officially called yet, at least from what I've been looking up. Deep Urban Nebraska joins in adopting $15 minimum wage. Nice.
For people to get along that happen, only because I love and feel sorry for people too much of this. Thank you from the pit of my burning, nauseous stomach for your letters and concern during these past years. I'm too much of an erratic, moody baby. I don't have the passion anymore, so remember it's better to burn out than to fade away. Peace, love, empathy, Kurt Cobain, Francis and Courtney, I'll be at your altar. Please keep going, Courtney, for Francis, for her life, which will be so much happier without me. I love you, I love you. This last
DJW called it also.
is the part people can tell. This part, several little lines of place that people contentions made about whether these were just parts of a
Here, let me try to refresh this stupid
poem
thing.
or different journal entry. It doesn't feel like a suicide letter until the very end.
Is it one load?
The rest of it
Load,
just feels
load,
like
load.
maybe he's gonna release this because he's been in and out of fucking rehab and shit. Maybe he's gonna release this to his fans as a way of saying like I'm quitting the music.
Wait, Bobert's trailing by literally 62 votes. Oh my god.
It just sounds like
Cuntbert, no, go away.
which is
Go away, Cuntbert, you evil bitch. No one wants you.
position.
Ew.
Especially people that are in his position, because he was at the very, very top of a very tough pyramid. He was in Michael Jackson territory and shit, and immense amount of pressure from the person that's in that to just repeat performance after performance after performance live in the studio. You're always right. You've always got something new out there. Boosting your profile. You're always out there working gigs. You're always out there doing fucking news interviews. You're always out there going on fucking talk shows and shit. Boom, 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 boom. It's like
Entertainment is all she knows.
bullshit.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
And when I read this letter, this sounds like a letter of like, hey guys, like,
Yeah, at least, when I'm looking at it for the immediate, look up, I mean, this is what it shows. And I looked it up earlier and it was different, so, I mean, it still keeps updating occasionally.
I feel guilty about this, and so I just wanted
And this one's been kind of going back and forth, too.
to suicide.
In fact, it actually flipped to yes. It was no for most of the day up until right now, until I just checked it earlier. Just now here.
I mean, no, not
So,
really. Honestly,
I don't know.
don't really hold writing and speaking to the same standard.
It's different standards than local media.
Do not talk like
Well,
lyrics in their views on it.
Hey, if it's still, I mean, hey, I mean, I guess local media might have called it, but hey, if it's still kind of totally up, I mean, it could change.
That is not
It's the only one that hasn't been called. Well, alright, well. I mean, out of all of them, I definitely hope those first 3 pass, but yeah, I'm not exactly, fond of 114, so, yeah. I mean, my shit's grandfathered in, so it's like, I don't really have to worry about anything. And also, I could easily go out of state. I mean, honestly. It still hasn't called Kotek. Watching some gun control already, Lamau. Yeah, and at least as before the measure, they were coming down here to our state or Idaho to, get, things, when it came to the loophole with, the same type of fucking laws. Which same thing's gonna happen for Oregon. People are just gonna use the loopholes, especially when it comes to the whole magazine thing. Which really is the main reason why I wasn't really in favor of it, because for me, it's like that type of shit doesn't really do much. So it's just gonna be over there. I guess so.
I mean, it's hard for me to explain because I really genuinely
See one of my little things.
Celebrities.
Kind of check out.
Celebrity means something different from the previous
Bobo is very close to losing a re-election. Oh man, I really hope. Go away, Bobo. Cut Bobo, fucking botched Titan clone freak.
Different fucking channels to pass around. Shit, you know what I mean? Ultimately, they all were covering the same shit, so it's like internationally, you were at the top of a very different pyramid that meant something different. Nobody means something else. Nobody means that. It was harder to attain. It was harder to maintain. So I don't know how to explain that to you, but I think if you would have experienced, like I got to experience, in my opinion, 2 celebrities, which is pretty like shocking because like
Kyle's say red wedding becomes a red wedding.
I'm not
I like how like some people are adopting Ben Shapiro's, strangely enough, the most accurate take from the Republican far right out of all of them. Because he's just like, yeah, this ended up not looking good. This was terrible. Boo. This sucked. There wasn't good candidates. And it's all so shit. So yeah, like, you actually had analysis that was actually, like, at least, like, somewhat accurate, where it's like, okay, wow. One where I don't disagree with you, but mainly just because, I mean, you know, the infighting is juicy and I love it. I want more. I just want more of that.
People knew ahead of time when he was flying shit. Like, people would find out, it would get spread around to everybody. There would be a throng outside the airport. There would be a
Can I help you?
24/7 vigil outside of this hotel. I'm talking Michael Jackson. Wherever he went, it was international news. And it was like a citywide event. Michael Jackson was in town.
I kind of remember sometimes of, like, Michael Jackson with the news and shit when he was still alive.
Or very close to it. And there's gonna...
I ever remember some of the last little bit of shit that, like, kind of happened with him, you know, near the end of his life.
Struggle to call anything but religious.
And then, like, all the shit, you know, that came out once he died, and all the crazy conspiracies, and all the shit that the media was flowering up. It was kind of fucking whack.
A lot of kids in both cases.
But I ended up really honestly loving a lot of, you know, the music that he put out, you know, because of it, though.
Absolutely. The people that were fucking insane Michael Jackson fans in the 80s and 70s and shit, they're still, the ones that are still alive, they're still fucking insane Michael Jackson fans. I'm
still a Michael Jackson fan.
And I'm still a huge fan.
Also, I remember at the Chinook Casino in Lincoln City in Oregon, on the Oregon coast, I remember checking out this guy who was a Michael Jackson impersonator and cover artist. And he actually really had, like, you know, the whole look of looking like Michael Jackson done really well. I was like 15 at the time, and technically you're supposed to be like, you know, like 18 and over or whatever the fuck. So what my mom did was just like, hey, get, like, you know, the most, like, cigarette smell jacket that your dad has and just wear that while we're there, so you look like you're an adult. And I'm just like, I looked at it, you know, looked at him, I'm just like, ew, but okay. My dad's like, well, I'll just smoke some right now and I'll just come back wearing this, you know, and it's like, you can wear this jacket. And I was like, okay. I don't want to do that, but alright. So I did. And yeah, I just waltzed right in, nothing, no problems. And the show was honestly really legit. And I mean, he, you know, like, vocally was really well, you know, performed really well, and, you know, wasn't necessarily, like, I mean, you know, obviously for the stage and shit, it wasn't like, you know, the most craziest, insane performance ever, but it was still a really good performance. More tea.
Where it was just like a huge disdain of authority figures, a growing sense of tragedy at how we treat one another, but like dealing with it with utter malaise. Like, rather than turning into a sobbing mess, just kind of nihilistically turning inward. Yeah, 90s blog. Yeah, kind of the 90s. It's just, I don't know how to put it. That's,
Get my jacket on.
Sounded like a lot of us felt. That's why he became so popular. There was an energy to it, but there was also just an absolute nihilism to it as well. Just a ultimate distrust in authority figures. The realization of, like, what being a sellout really means, the realization that corporations owned everything. We were just done. You know, we lived in the age of, like, especially, think about it, pre-internet, billboards and fucking stadiums being renamed from,
my jacket, what the hell?
O'Shanahan Field to like Pepsi Dome or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? that shit started in our generation.
The Rose Garden turning into the Moda Center.
Fever pitch.
Ugh.
Just goddamn corporate branding slapped on everything, and Kurt felt like a rebellion.
And that shit is gross.
He didn't look like a fucking prim, proper, coiffed gentleman. He was attractive, but he didn't look like he was supposed to look for somebody in their 20s. In fact, he didn't look like anybody looked in their 20s. When he came out, he started the whole, arguably started the whole grunge movement in clothing. We're talking like, just the 90s teenager look, the flannel. You know what I mean? The Doc Marten boots. I didn't own any fucking boots like that until Kurt Cobain came out. The corduroy pants.
The corduroy pants. Dude, I need to get some corduroy pants, honestly. I know, I have a corduroy hat. Actually, I think this is the corduroy hat, primarily. It doesn't say specifically, because I don't think it actually is, 100%, but I know it's the same material. So I definitely want to, get myself, some corduroy, because I love that shit. I mean, honestly, there's a lot about Nirvana and Kurt Cobain and shit that I genuinely do love, mainly because of a lot of, the shit that, he, kind of, represented, which is a lot of what, that Paul was talking about when it came to, Kurt Cobain and shit. Because he was just basically especially at least for the 90s, a peak, element of just counterculture at the time.
I mean, maybe to an extent, it's really not emptiness. It was more of just being, I guess the term now would be woke.
Woke.
It was like being like,
Here's a
our
fool.
parents were just absolutely thrilled to see that
Momo.
Pepsi sponsored their favorite show.
Oi.
And that's
Zukov.
disgusting. Because
Zukov.
Pepsi's destroying the fucking
Zukov.
planet.
Hey.
Pepsi's exploiting slave labor overseas, and Pepsi's pouring horrible fucking chemicals down the gullet of our generation. And they're trying to do it with a smile. It was like waking up to modern advertising.
What if I was greasy as
It's
fuck
one
right
of the
now?
reasons I believe that
Keeps slick and sliding
social
over
media
this thing.
developed in the way that it did.
It's gonna launch into orbit
Other
or something.
things, corporations were looking, how do we get around the cynicism that people have? We found that running commercials sometimes hurts our products. How do we get around the cynicism? We end up spending more on the fucking commercials than we get, and that trend is starting to happen more and more. How do we get around that automatic disdain for a minute-long commercial or a giant billboard fucking up your view of the skyline or whatever the fuck,
You just give it to sponsorships, give it to people.
And that
fundamentally.
is what Nirvana embodied. It was everything that didn't want. And of course he was corporatized as well. I think that's a lot of what his quote-unquote suicide note was talking about. But
I think it's why people think he committed suicide is because of shit like that. That wasn't a note, but and it just wasn't, really. It just wasn't in his mentality at the time.
Like my parents, if I talk to my parents about when they wanted oh yeah, we wanted to have a house, we wanted to have a family. I'm not saying there weren't people from my generation that wanted that. Obviously, some of them sought it out. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a generation to follow. But I'm telling you, man, that was not a popular sentiment. Especially amongst the youth. There weren't a lot of teenagers that were just like, oh, I can't wait to be married and own a house.
I don't think there's many
It wasn't on our radar, man.
people now, or teenagers or adults now, that feel that way.
The party. We wanted to do whatever.
I definitely don't feel that way. I'd rather do my own thing.
We wanted to spend
I mean, even if I do have a partner, but do so where we can mutually do things together, basically,
50% of our
where we don't have to have a little booger eater to deal with. And we both mutually are like, yeah, we don't want to deal with booger eaters, so let's not do that.
We're all just like cows in a big pasture, being milked to death by corporations, and there's really nothing we can do about it. So he turned rebelliously inward.
What's that shit? Try to get rid of some things. Here we go. Get rid of that.
I don't know. Maybe.
Mm.
I'm telling you, man, like him, quote unquote, killing himself and dying was a wound.
Holy
It
shit.
almost matches
Not very
the
governor-like. Wait, what's
It was
this?
despair, man.
What is this?
Like, it
Not
was
very
mass
governor-like?
despair. I'm not even fucking kidding.
This can't be a real thing. Who is this?
Mass.
Oh, this is Kay Ivey. Dude, this is Venom's governor. What is it? Oh my god. Yo.
They are beginning us. Excuse me.
Oh my god, dude. Yo. Hold up.
Excuse me. Beginning us.
Oh my god, bro. Bro, that cannot be real, dude. Dude, okay, hold on. Been drinking? Yeah, drinking something? Here, honestly, here, let's just do this because, hold up, like, I mean, don't just, you can't tell me it just sounds like a gigantic fucking, like, African, like, bullfrog or some shit. You can't tell me, do you just immediately think of, like, some African bullfrog after it just consumed, like, a fat-ass, like, hunk?
That smelled like straight up shit.
That smells straight. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that. No. Oh, man. Oh my god. White people have no shame. We don't. We really don't. We honestly don't, okay? Oh, fuck. Okay, Jesus. Whew. Oh, man. Oh, God, okay. Alright, we gotta send that to Venom. Hold on, I'm copying this link. Wait, where do I even there it is. Yeah, we're going to copy link, and we're gonna go straight to that Discord, baby. Let's go. Okay. Come on. There we go. And paste. Boom. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. I gotta hear it one more time. Just one more time. Oh my
They
god.
are beginning us.
Oh my god, what the fuck are you people in Alabama eating? Holy. Oh. Oh my god. I don't even, like, what in the fuck? Like, I don't even know what to say to that besides just, like, just have a little belly laugh on that one. Like, oh my god, dude. Alabama sports probably be like, yup, such like this, that's right. Yep, I agree with that. That's right, brother. I 100% agree with that. She's very, she's a very strong, accurate woman, and a very strong woman, and all that. You wanna know what's funny? Like, she's actually funny enough, I think pretty much like the only Republican governor that basically gave funds for a school to have, like, transgender services to literally just a single school in Alabama. And she's also, weirdly enough, like an anti-trans weirdo, so I guess that was just a way to placate them, I guess. It's like, well, here, I'm not that bad of a woman, because look, here, I fucking, did this one thing, one time. It's like, oh my god. It's like, oof. Venom getting owned, bruh. Dude, rip. You saw the video, right? Oh my god. Like, oh my god, bruh. Just, bruh. Man, I really don't even know what to say to that, but just wow. Oh, you know what? I gotta show that to Rose. Hold up. That'll get him in here, too. Bruh. I know his ass is up. Yeah, it is up. Venom needs to McFlee, Ignore could get a second couch. Well, that is a possibility, so it's like, hey. Venom get a juicy job at Taco Bell. Well, I mean, why Taco Bell? Like, I have all the places that. That means it's just unacceptable. I'd rather him just, like, do some, like, warehousing or something for, like, 3 days a week for, like, 8 hours or something. That would, because he could still have his SDI at that point. And get a little extra cheddar. And get a little extra bannies, because apparently people, night crew make a little more than people during the day. So, like, you bastards. I mean, you could do some shit like that. Venom becomes your manager in a deli. Oh my god, there's no way he'd do that. There's no way he'd be able to do that. And plus, yeah, no. No. Love him, but nah. Well, back to the grind. Oh, you're on that work shift, huh? Boo to work. You should just be like, nah, dude. I'm gonna, rise up with, like one other coworker tonight. We're gonna do a walkout. It's time for a strike, bitch. Just do it. Be the one domino to cause the rest to fall. Be the domino effect, my good man. But the bennies though, it's like, oh shit, fuck. I guess it's like one good thing about like some companies and shit like Intel, I guess, where it's just like, yeah, we're not like, gonna be totally pieces of shit, and we're actually gonna give you some good benefits and stuff. Because, I mean, at least then it's like, well, at least there is an excuse as to why people might not want you in at that point, because they actually got the bennies and stuff. I mean, they already kind of got it. I have a meeting at 8:30 tomorrow night. Ugh. Boo. Boo to meetings. Man, I loathe like corporate meetings. I've like kind of seen some of the Zoom calls of that type of shit and just be like, ugh. And and we'll just kind of like overhear some of it and realize like, oh my god, like what type of like nonsense do you have to deal with when it came to like hearing the like deli manager during some of the Zoom calls. Good thing I live across the street, lol. Yeah, I guess so. I really love bringing my laptop home. Yeah, because then they feel, because a lot of corporate higher-ups, at that point feel a little bit more entitled to be like, oh, well, we can, kind of tune in a little more and be like, hey, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you? It's like, what? Like, it's my home. We get done when it gets done, ass. It's like, God. It's like, you still need to be in dress uniform while even at home. It's like, I'm gonna be in my fucking boxers and fucking, like, you know, just wearing a random t-shirt, bro. It's my house. Let me feel comfy. Has the job, you know, gotten done? Yes. Then boo. Boo. Boo to you, sir. The no work sound. Exactly. The no work sounds. Separation of work and play. Yeah, for real. I mean, because I know there's been like some companies that will straight up basically do like full on tracking for shit, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, why do this to me? Like, what the hell? Because I mean, it, you know, like by that point, you know, it's like why not just like, well, you know, we're just basically gonna have like a manager be, you know, at your home site, you know, that would be part of contract, so there'll be a manager, you know, with a laptop set up, you know, at your home as well. I mean, it's like what you might, it's like, what, is that gonna be like the next thing you want to do? Actually, let's not give them ideas, they probably would do that, if they could get away with it. It's like, oh, wait. Managers at the home, Oh, well, then we can really make sure that you're doing your job. It's like, oh god, Jesus, no. It's kind of cleaned out. Ew. Got a little bit of fun going on up in this bitch. I feel like I was so crazy sitting at home all the time. Yeah. I mean, that's why you kind of have to go out and about a little bit and shit. I mean, at the very least, that's what I try to do when on my days off. Because if I'm, you know, like, pretty much either not working, I'm, you know, usually just kind of chilling at home for the most part. So, you know, at least, you know, for me, I try to at least, like, kind of, you know, go out a little bit. Mainly just for Zukov's sake, just so he gets a little bit of walking around. I mean, in a way, that's kind of why I have him, too, is to kind of keep me in check, to make sure I keep myself active as much as his little furry ass. And this little lazy boy furniture and appliance, bro. He is just, like, been the most derpiest little thing, you know, when sleeping. And also, he's just been really derpy about fucking, you know, when I'm at work and shit. Like, when I come back home during my breaks, he'll be on that chair, and I'd be like, come on, boy, let's go. You know, either go outside or go back in the house, and he would just sit in there. He'll just stare at me, just sit there in that little adorable ball that he's always in.
Did you eat all the pepperoni?
Huh?
Did you eat all the pepperoni?
Actually, I don't even know where it all went. I actually thought you did. Oh, no, it's up there. I didn't even realize it was up there.
I mean, I'll take it off if they're not going to eat any of it.
Well, no, no, I don't eat it. I mean, I just, you know, I mean, I don't care.
Fork.
I mean, I don't care either way. I just found it funny. You just grab, like, just the majority of them. Just like, yeah, never mind now. Hey.
I'm hungry.
I feel ya. I actually forgot they were there. Ignos, we got the meats. And the gangster raps about the bean, not the bop, bean, the beat, a bop. Some G-Funk, bruh. Oh, Paul.
Yeah, we have vanilla ice. Yeah. Did have vanilla ice.
Sip.
It's just like an artist comes along that changes the way rap sounds. Like every rapper started trying to sound like Eminem when Eminem came out. Started rapping about crazy, loped out.
You goofy dog.
I'm gonna cut my dick off with a sword, and then come back and kill a retard. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Everybody started throwing that in. There's like changes in cadence and stuff. And this like
I know ICP basically took that to like a real extreme level and shit.
That shit. Like it's just it's another outcrop.
Eminem did too.
You may not like it, but
I used to not like it.
I love rap music for the very reason that it doesn't remain the same fucking thing constantly. I think that's one of the reasons why like rock started to fall off, is that it started to get too self-referential and shit started to sound too much like it used to. Like I call that, when it comes to rock and roll, I call that the Creed era. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Creed era? Anybody old enough to know what I'm talking about when I say the Creed
I don't know if I
era?
totally agree with him on this one. Just
Like things did not start looking good for rock when Creed came out, you know?
well, you can't just put it all on Creed, man.
The Creed era. The rock was done when that started happening.
Nah, okay, I'm not agreeing with this. Can't just put it all on Creed, Paul. Come
When
on.
I'm dreaming.
Oh,
Time and time.
come on, Paul. They can't just be all on this.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my fucking god, cut my dick off. Cut my dick
God damn it.
off. What is this?
Hey, with Creed, I can understand the sentiment, but I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on. Smash Pumpkins and shit.
It just all became the same shit.
Pearl Jam's not my thing, but you know, they got some, some hits I'm okay with.
Creed was the worst thing that happened.
Fucking, I mean, I don't know. There's some shit, but then there was some good stuff. It was a darker, not in a good way, darker era for rock. I will say that, but I don't really think that's an end all be all.
So I'm sorry to hear that.
Creed did really kind of fuck things up though.
When dreaming. Oh my god. Pardon me while I puke my fucking lungs, bro.
Oh my god. I mean, fun enough, he actually would be a good vocalist for like a Creed band, like a Creed like cover band or something.
Get out of here.
Oh my god, what the
You like
fuck?
Puddle of Mud too, Jason?
What? Oh no.
Look at me.
Okay, you know what? He might have a point.
Get out of here, you fucking weirdo.
Okay, he might have a point. Puddle of Mud.
What is
Oof.
this shit?
You know, he had like some outlaw like country rock and like shit like that. I mean, I don't know. Like the 90s had like, really good like kind of more, I guess, like kind of niche, like subgroup of rock going on with that.
Nickelback is
Oh god.
pinnacle. Like it will forever in my mind be the worst rock band that ever existed. Totally corporate, thrown together.
If anyone disagrees
shit.
with that, I would question their
Goddamn
existence.
Pussy ass mom rock.
Mom rock. Mom rock.
Bullshit.
Nickelback is legitimately mom rock, dude. It's like some soccer mom rock,
Soulless,
where it's like a wino soccer mom's trying to be edgy.
pussyless fucking just absolute gray vomit. Gross gray vomit on a fucking sidewalk on a hot day. That's got fucking bubble gum.
This fucking description.
Just gross.
So descriptive and so detailed, holy shit.
Matchbox 20 doesn't get the same fucking, like, they were a move towards that. And look, dude, I don't think all rock needs to be, I'm not one of those guys. I don't think all rock needs to be, you motherfucker,
Okay, wait, what the hold up. Wait, what was that?
needs to be. I'm not one of those guys.
What was this?
All rock needs to be. You motherfucker, you know, like I don't think.
What was that? What the fuck was that?
That I'm talking about when it comes to Creed. Well, with Creed, it's very easy to put my finger on.
I don't even.
Shit. Every one of their songs.
I mean, I'm just not high enough for that one because, oh my god.
Very, like, loosely not Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't think Creed was a band that came right out was like Jesus, but they were talking about Jesus. Primus is trash, dude. You know what?
Oh, who just fucking said that? Who in Paul's chat just said that?
Primus is awesome.
Dude, Primus is fucking amazing. Oh, it's his friend Jason. Oh,
Yeah.
friend
Creed
Jason.
was Christian rock,
That's it.
but it like snuck into the
Paul?
public consciousness, and then
Good
rock
boy.
started to get pussified in a different way. It wasn't like it wasn't hard or aggressive
I do
sounding
agree with
anymore.
that.
It was just lyrically fucking devoid of any kind of meaning because it was just religious reinterpretation. It's just garbage.
I really honestly just like. I'm actually shocked that they're like, Primus is trash. It's like, excuse, more? Like, dude, fucking Primus is insanely amazing. I mean, top tier. Like, but see, that was like some of the 90s rock that is fucking amazing. But, I'm just, what? Trash. But, you know, trash, you know, the rich people, you know, kind of shitty. It's like, what?
Jesus. It's like, ugh.
Oh,
Take that shit
dude.
back to the church, dork.
True, dude, I hate religious, like, rock music.
Take that shit back to the local Presbyterian church, you fucking nerd.
You fuck.
Get it off my fucking radio, bro.
True.
Get it off my MTV.
MTV, get off the air. Fuck
Put
you.
him where it belongs, to a place.
See, that's like some fucking Dead Kennedys energy right there. That Paul's, you know, fucking
Christians are nerds, dude.
Up
They're
in
all
there.
fucking dorks.
They are. Christians are nerds and
I'm a
dorks.
fucking grown-ass person who believes in invisible. It's like, oh, come on,
I fucking
man.
love Paul, dude.
Fuck. Grow up. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, dude, I love
Really?
Paul, bro. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was pulling
Oh, yeah,
stuff
I
up
like
there.
primitive. I like primitive radio gods. I don't recognize iRails. I remember they had that kind of like trip hop.
I'm grown up, man, to believe.
Someday comes and all
Aye,
people say, "I've been down hard, baby." the kind of like bunch of lyric drops. Yeah. I just don't even fucking like. I don't know, man. The deeper in shit we get, the less tolerable I find religious people to be. You know.
Dude, I 100 fucking
And the more
percent.
shit goes to shit.
And the more the religious extremists become more religiously extreme, and as they accelerate shit to become shit.
About why believing in a fucking Bronze Age myth is probably a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucking worshiping a religion that was written in a pre-medical area, like before medicine.
The age of werewolves and leeches to align our humans, yes.
Chew ruts and fucking dance around a fire and
Dance around a fire and have leeches attached to you to adjust your humors, sir. And praise the Lord and have 20 Hail Marys.
and your entire fucking moral code was made by that fucking segment of society?
Sadly, yes. Oh,
Fucking grow up. Adults.
grannies and wide
Oh,
bobs.
man, not all religious people are stupid, but the stupidest motherfuckers that you will find are all religious. Dude, if you're in America and you hear a guy going like, "What you gonna want to do is head on down the road here, you gonna want to take a left at the fork, and you wanna go on down there and you gonna find a sack of suds, That's lost me most of my time, City. Yep. If you ever run, now notice I didn't mention any goddamn thing about religion. If you hear somebody that sounds like that, I guarantee you they believe in Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely right.
The dumbest motherfuckers in the world.
Oh, holy fuck.
All believe. They're all religious.
Oh, holy
Not
shit.
all religious people are stupid, but all stupid people are religious. All genuinely stupid fucking people. Like dunderheaded people. They're all religious.
Yeah.
That alone.
That, I mean, because religion is the opioid to the masses, and sadly the most easy, gullible, manipulable masses, you know, or the people of those same masses, you know, tend to be the ones that get swept up because, well, they're unfortunately not exactly very smart. I mean, like every, you know, dumb person or every dumb person is religious, or like every smart person is non-religious. No. Obviously there's smart people that can be religious and dumb people that aren't, but it's just like, if you want to go for just like, you know, a nat 20, like, you know, just roll of a perspective roll and just take a random educated guess, chances are the dumb people probably religious that you're interacting with.
Enough of that as a kid. Thankfully, I had parents that let me walk away from it.
Luckily, there's been, you know, every now and then, you know, like a perspective of like, oh shit, this person's not exactly smart, but hey, they don't believe in religion.
Of religious chicanery. Thank you very much. I don't need it in my fucking music. I don't want it in my pop culture. I want it where it belongs. Sitting in a pew in a fucking goddamn room full of weirdos. You know what I mean? That was where it belongs.
And let that music stay in that weird, like, room full of weirdos surrounding the pew where they're placing their fucking weird-ass book.
A literal flock of fucking sheep. Like, why do you think that imagery exists in Christian mythology? It's like they're openly mocking you. Jesus
yeah, honestly.
Is your shepherd, you were his flock. What happens to a flock of sheep? They get fucking fleeced, bro.
And herded around.
All of a sudden, somebody shows up and
they're contained into a particular area to be domesticated.
That's not symbolism for you handing over your fucking goddamn wallet to a church plate every goddamn time it's passed in front of your monosyllabic ass. I don't know what it is. Like, I can't teach you. I can't teach you enough, bro.
I fucking love Paul, bro.
Yeah, what happens to the flock? Am I wrong? The flock gets fucking fleeced.
Yeah.
And their children get turned into meat, which also happens in religion.
For sacrifices. Yep. Catholic Church making their children like literal like meat objects for their own weird fucking personal pleasures
to death.
Or labor.
But it's not like, oh, you're worshiping him because of other... No, you worship him because he was tortured to death. Because he's the biggest torture guy. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm an atheist, and there's only a few religious songs I'll listen to. Like Spirit in the Sky and My Sweet Lord. And that's... You don't listen to some old-ass country music and shit. It's got some religious... Because it seems at least a little bit authentic. Coming from that perspective. But this like butt rock, leather chaps, hair, nipple rings, Christian.
I mean, I've honestly heard like different music and shit
that shit to the commode,
that's, you know, not like hyper Christian like, but I've heard some, you know, kind of Christian type of music and stuff that is around. Honestly, like a lot of labor music has, you know, a lot of religious connotation to it, but also at the same time, there's a lot of critique, you know, to religious connotations. So, I mean, it does just kind of vary a little bit, you know, on the music or the artist. I mean, there's like labor music that has like, you know, songs that are kind of like, you know, praise the Lord because I have, you know, food of the night, you know, food for tonight, you know, because I'm getting scalped by the fucking company and shit, and hope that I'll make another day type of thing. And then there's also labor songs that are like, hey, you know, these preachers and street preachers are just selling you, you know, a whole like rags to riches story, but don't actually, you know, have any benefit because they're just fleecing you. You know, it's like you have like labor songs that actually kind of go for both different perspectives. Which, all in all, I mean, you know, it's just like if you know, it's just like you have like that type of shit in music. I mean, it's not even necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it can be done in, you know, in a way that, you know, can be listenable and shit. But I mean, it's like when it's just like this weird butt rock lie. I got my Lord Jesus beside me as he takes the wheel of my F-150. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, no, please.
He's trying to get more people to sit in front of the preacher and pay, so that he can pass his fucking tithes up the line, so the ecclesiarchy can be rich as fuck. Fuck that. I'm done, bro. I don't have any time. God damn, man. Let's talk about nonsense. About the new atheism days back. I mean, you're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, I mean, neo-atheism is kind of coming back. Like the new wave of atheists. I mean, people like me, yeah. Because I'm definitely a lot more staunchly, militantly atheist.
Back into the fucking legislature and shit. And make no bones about it, this is because you became it. Those people have pulled from you. So, you know, you let yourself get too dumb and religious again. And now they're fucking back.
Because there are a lot of young people that are kind of gullible that fell into that shit, unfortunately.
Now it's just like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. Oh, you believe in a fucking murder puppet. You worship a murder puppet. Cool.
Yeah, murder puppets, you know, that's totally fun and stuff, you know.
Drink the blood of a fucking murdered guy. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, you want to go hang out? Like, what? No, I'm done.
Yeah, honestly, fuck that, honestly.
I don't have a second for it anymore, because here's the thing about religious people, too. It's very rare to find a religious person that will talk without any intent to convince you, to try and win your soul. It is very rare to find a religious person that doesn't have the ulterior motive of trying to bring you into church so they can brag to everybody about the fucking sinner that they saved. And that just gets old as fuck. Dealing with people that are like that just gets old as fuck.
Because it's just basically the same old arguments over and over and over again for like 2,000 something fucking years. It's been old as fuck. Because it literally is old as fuck. And it does get tiring. At least it's not at the age, you know, like 1,000 to that 2,000 years ago, where it's like literal like bloodshed crusades and like utter like destruction of cities and shit, you know, for the name of God.
Jason is trolling. Jason is the most degenerate fucking guy I know. Like, he talks about how, like, oh, some parents care enough about their kids to not raise them degenerate. Dude, he's the biggest fucking degenerate. No, I mean, I unbanned Jason. You know.
I mean, Jason's a weirdo, but you can't, yeah, like...
He just gets a timeout sometimes.
Yeah. Can't ban him forever.
He just gets a TO every once in a while, you know what I mean? You want to take a crack at me? You want to take the pro-religion side of things?
Oh boy.
What you think, Jason? Sure. Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Are they actually gonna have a chat? Maybe debate? So
Just promise me you're not gonna say anything so degenerate that I get.
Oh shit, they're actually gonna have a chit chat. Alright. Okie dokie.
Keep your
Okie dokie artichokey. I see what's going on here.
Go screaming racial epithets or whatever the fuck.
I mean, no fucking shit, bro.
Some blood sports. I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's gonna be going on.
I was just thinking about like wrapping up this stream, but I'll gauge Jason's mood. If he's just trolling tonight, like, I'm not gonna bite the finger, but he's actually got some thought-provoking things to say or questions to ask or whatever the fuck. We'll
Sweet.
Where is Jason Stonemas?
What could I do here?
I don't even know how to find Jason Stonemas anymore. How do I do this, Jason?
Come on, Boomer Paul. Don't fail us now.
I thought we were friends on here. Hey, did I block you on here or something? Or did you change your name to something I don't know?
Is Paul having troubles? Is our poor little Paulie boy having issues?
Floundering. Floundering? Let's see. I could do this. I could go like. I could change myself to not invisible or whatever. Name on. Well, I don't know, man. Like, don't we have each other, like, or did you get banned from Discord and have to make another thing? If that's the case, fuck this. I'm not gonna go through the whole Discord handshake process. I hate even opening.
Oh my lord.
It triggers bad feelings about bad days. Check your blacklist. Huh?
It's just fucking having to like figure out like Discord shit, dude. Discord is kind of fucking weird. I will admit. I don't even understand Discord half the time. I'll admit.
I don't see it.
Cause Discord be whack. Discord be whack. Discord be whack. Well, Discord be whack. Oh, Dios mío.
Jason is stalling. I know, dude.
He is.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I think. I see a group chat that we had, but it's also got another dude that I think we were playing Dota with Vince. So I see that. Okay, so we're getting there. This is garbage.
Boomer Paul, bro. Come on, Boomer Paul. You can get Jason on there. That weird little religious degenerate.
Dumbass bullshit. Fucking tits. There we go. What? You be friends. Okay, I sent a friend request. Dude, you blocked me.
Oh, Jason blocked him.
Dude, Jason, you blocked me.
Oh wow, what a jerk, dude.
Revealed.
Damn, dude, what a jerk. Wow, Jason. Well, you are being a religious degenerate, so.
Dude, you blocked me, Jason.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you fucking did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You got butthurt.
No, I didn't.
You got butthurt and blocked me.
I didn't block you. I thought you blocked me because
We weren't friends.
I messaged you at Christmas. Last Christmas. I messaged you and it
I don't
said,
check this fucking thing.
This person is not receiving messages from people that aren't in a server, aren't their friend, or have blocked you. Is what it said.
Well, that's because I'm invisible. I have my shit, like, I literally turned this account off to the extent that I only have it. Anyway, whatever. Whatever, Jason. What's going on, Walrus Face?
Nursing school.
You're in
Oh my
nursing school?
god.
Yeah.
What is up,
Getting my
Paul?
bachelor's. I'm finishing my bachelor's in biology that I started 5 years ago. You remember college, Jason?
Yes.
No shit.
And
Yeah, that is right. Jason
last
is in
year,
college.
I've been working in a nursing home. I work in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
But my job is kind of like as a liaison between the kitchen and the residents. So I work with the nurses.
Personally, as I can't hear on my left ear, and I had a dream
Not
of
only have
a
I
spindly
been
limbed
inspired
woman who can erase
by
people
Jesus,
from existence by touching them.
but
Yeah, existential
I
dread.
also am now enrolled.
You can't hear out of your left ear, dude? What the hell?
He was lost in
Bruh.
what I saw as the disgusting hypocrisy
That's a
of
little
the
whack.
original church that I grew up in, and I became an atheist. You know, you knew me as an atheist. That was when I was like knee deep in internet, amazing atheist, Matt Dillahunty, shit, Christian religion. That started when I was like 14, 15, and I was like,
This happens from time to time.
even if there's a-
Huh. Is it like some infection thing, or is it just like
and
some just random shit that just bumps up? I mean the ear thing, not the erasing
yes.
lady.
No, well,
Well, I figured you were talking about the ear thing, because that's what I brought up. Though the spindly lady, though,
severely.
it sounds wacky.
No, my
think
my
it's
parents
seasonal.
never
Huh.
opposed me because they were always very
Take a seat.
Not if you want to.
But then,
But then my brother was
the
and I
insidious,
saw their hypocrisy.
the insidious Bronze Age snake invaded your family. Poisoned
Well-
it with its backwards thinking, rock worshipping, sun worshipping nonsense.
I love
Well, it was directed in the wrong way.
Oh,
Directed in the wrong
things are
way.
good as long as you direct it in a positive way, where you perceive
Right.
to be
God is not
positive.
evil, right?
A gun is not evil. I mean,
Whatever you do, never,
I don't think anything
under any
is evil.
circumstances, let that creepy cunt pet
Okay,
Zook off.
but a gun is not.
I definitely won't.
A gun is never the culprit.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that depends, honestly. Like, if you're talking about case by
Come on.
case, hold on, wait.
Okay.
Talking about a case by case basis, I agree.
Bruh.
But if you're talking about the overall trend of murder and how easy it is to do, I think guns are culpable for that, and the companies that make them. Yes, I think
Yeah.
a country that's saturated with more guns is going to have more disaffected young men finding guns and killing whole schools filled with kids.
No
So, yeah, I
shit.
think the guns and the gun manufacturers are to blame for the wider societal problem of gun proliferation.
Yep.
But in individual murder, it's the murderer that pulls the trigger on the gun that kills the person.
Extrapolate guns to.
Oh
you
shit, what the
extrapolate
fuck
guns
happened here?
To churches in this regard, that
What the fuck?
on a case-by-case basis,
What was that?
religious people might
Oh,
have good
okay.
intentions, but it's the church that's the nefarious sort of like.
And not just the church, the ideology. I think that the ideology
Shit.
of let's not worry about the here and now, let's worry about the thereafter, is inherently destructive to human progress. I think that every positive
definitely think it
social
is.
movement and every positive scientific
Is that door
movement has
open?
only been hindered by the existence of this particular type of Bronze Age thought.
Well, that's its purpose.
All scientists were persecuted.
That's the purpose of religion.
Is to persecute people who try to cure diseases. I thought the purpose of religion was to soothe the suffering, clothe the naked, feed the hungry, be good to one another. How's it being good to one another if the existence of your religion is solely to capitalize on the misery of people by persecuting the people that are trying to lift them out of it? How's that religious? How does that jive with Jesus?
The whole point of religion is to have people withhold their inclinations towards short-term pleasure and to seek a higher good. That's the whole point.
No.
And impeding progress is part of that. If you see progress in your country, or you see progress in your culture, that the people who are religious have deemed, you can use whatever word you want, satanic, heretical.
Right.
Their job, at least in their own minds, is to slow down dangerous progress.
Right, which is part of why they're dangerous to have around.
Okay.
It's part of why that type of thought has produced. Like, what would you say? What percentage of serial killers were haunted in part by religious delusion?
Serial killers?
Yeah, mass murderers. What's the ratio of atheist to religious mass murderers?
God damn it.
Ooh.
Fucking dog.
I mean, I'm guessing.
Oh, bastard snuck out somewhere.
So, but I only know, I can only name 4 or 5 serial killers. You probably know a lot more.
It's a pointless point anyway. It doesn't that the point is what you're describing is bad for humanity. It's bad for people.
It could be all of them, but I don't judge the merits of Christianity within the mind of a serial killer.
So religious thought brought us shit like, well, I mean, even early medicine was at least trying to address the problem directly, but it was tainted by religion. This idea of the humors that were out of balance in your body, and they were put there by different gods, and you fucking drank a pint of piss.
You can't blame ignorance on religion.
Well,
Ignorance.
religion was born in ignorance. That was one of the points I made at the beginning of this, is it's an ideology that was conceived of at a time of utter scientific ignorance.
Religion wasn't born in ignorance.
I knew you were over there.
Yes, it was.
I could just as easily make the case that religion was born in ignorance.
I knew he was over by the fucking neighbor's garden.
Profound
Why did you like going over there?
goals and that religion could.
Well, you could say the same fucking thing about science. Science is a search. Science is a search for truth and a search for meaning. Ultimately, it's just that it's not that I have a problem with. It's not the search for meaning that I have a problem with. It's the method. Because your method is a caveman standing on a rock, pointing at the moon. He told me, "Give me all
Damn it,
you
dog.
banana."
Give me all
Or else he'll
banana.
crush you at night. Or else he send the jaguar back to camp. Unless you give me all banana. That's where religion started, bro. And I'm telling you what, dude, it ain't far from
Because
that
I
now.
saw a fucking meteorite
It's
or
only
something.
gotten complex in mythology. The basic premise of I'm going to claim that I'm the sole fucking person who can talk to and interpret this god and get money out of people.
I
has
like
not
how you
changed.
said, like, you know, yeah, like this weird, like, you know, weird, like, spindly limbed lady touching things that would disappear things. And Zukov disappeared for a little bit.
I'm actually good at. I'm remarkably terrible at a lot of things, but biology and anatomy or something I'm very good at. And talking to people. I love talking to old people.
So thus, religion, you know, is justified. It makes sense. Because biology and anatomy, I'm good at that, bro.
The
Same stuff, you know?
why can't I regard them as non-overlapping magisteria? Why can't I say I have a regard for science in
What?
its completely unmatched ability to find truth and add to the
Right.
realm of knowledge, but I also have, I can also have a relationship with Jesus Christ. What in
my God.
you see a problem with
Well.
the macro effects of religion, and I'm
Well, hold
saying
on, let me answer your question. Why can I not see these two things as non-overlapping magisteria?
right,
Is what you asked.
yes,
Because one precludes the other. Because religion, if it is what you said, the best way that we have found to find truth, roundly repudiates most of religious claims about biology, about time, about physics.
Jacking it doesn't count as being good at
Right.
anatomy. Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Physics doesn't
So
agree
we'll
with the
see. I
Bible.
guess
Physics
Jason
doesn't
does
agree
actually
that
go
an
to
old man
college
can
for that
put
type
a
of shit.
staff on the
So,
ground
I mean, I
and
guess
part
I'll
the
give
Red
him
Sea,
that.
right? Physics doesn't, biology doesn't agree with the fact that even like a snake couldn't talk even if it wanted to, right?
right.
So that's why I have problems seeing them as non-overlapping magisteria, because one precludes the other. Because science has, among other things, proven religious positions on these subjects we're talking about, biology. Wrong. And part of the other one is denying the existence and or what you call like slowing the progress of the other. So they're definitely not overlapping magisteria.
Yeah, there most certainly aren't.
If you want to look at it broadly,
And the
they're two
idea that they
worldviews
are
that
is kinda
directly
silly.
at conflict.
Eating. I thought earlier we were talking about I thought we were talking about the negative effects of the church, and that's I started mentioning eating.
I mean, there's a lot of naked effects of the church going on with in rectories. You know what I mean? After the fucking choir breaks up, you know what I mean?
Hold on, let me finish my point. For a second.
Okay, sorry.
You mentioned. I said, in your gun, does your gun extrapolate to the church? And then I started talking about the negative effects of churches in regards to when I said impeding what looks to be dangerous progress. In this new topic that we've discussed, I'm talking about an individual's choice to be religious. And the non-overlapping magisteria aspect.
It's not necessarily a
of trying
problem.
not
Like,
to,
people can be that if they
have
want to. That's
contradicting
still their own decision,
not,
bro.
Not wanting to.
A dumb one,
Cognitive
but still one nonetheless.
And like if you
I tried 3 times to make eggnog and I ended up in garbage.
but
Aww.
also seeking a deep meaning and finding
Maybe
out
there might just be some that, you know, some maybe adding, or maybe some that is just being missed in the process or something.
The
Yeah,
most
I don't know.
reliable personally to describe your pursuit of meaning.
see this whole pursuit of meaning thing, it's like you're trying to nail me on that, but I agree that human beings are engaged in a search for meaning, and I think that one of the ways that human beings have done that is
Maybe it's
through
egg whites
science.
to keep in a chunky
And I
liquid.
think that in a
Huh.
lot of ways,
Maybe.
The scientific community.
That could
as
probably
it
be
is
it,
now
actually,
Was,
yeah.
I mean, in fact, there's no way. I don't just think it. I know it. It was born from the religious community, but it was not born out of a desire to be more fundamentalist or more religious. It was born out of a desire to break with the tradition that the church had of persecuting scientists and biologists and astrophysicists in their nascent forms.
Whoa. So what was that?
And it became,
Little
and
adorable
it slowly
cute
but
ball.
surely disproved the ideas from which it was born.
To your point, which there are plenty of remarkable religious scientists, like the smartest man that ever lived.
Like Newton, you know what I mean?
To your
Because back in the
point a
day,
second ago, though,
it was more common and stuff.
It was on.
Bruh.
Do you remember Madeline Marie?
I'm gonna do vegan eggnog.
Remember that woman?
I remember the name.
I haven't tried that
Yeah,
before.
She was like the president of American Atheists for a while, in like I think in the 80s or 90s or whatever.
Okay.
And she gave a really famous speech in a public, in front of a crowd.
Okay.
Right before she died, Madeline Marie O'Hare. Just really famous old American atheist, right? It's in her famous speech, she talks about
What's this
how
you getting to?
atheism for the rest of its existence will suffer under its inability to add anything to the pursuit of meaning. It is a rejection of a pursuit of meaning. And that's why people...
I mean, is it
they
though?
reject the Bronze Age.
It's just a
thought.
rejection of God.
But it
That's not exactly a rejection of meaning. Like they're.
or
Oh my.
add to pursuits of
Oh my
meaning.
God.
Science gives you no meaning.
Bruh.
Science does not tell you anything about why things are. They tell you how things are, but there's no why. There's no essence to it. You can describe the substance of anything that you investigate,
Bruh.
but it never talks about the essence of anything. It's not.
All right. Well, I don't like. I'm looking. I don't know if you're quoting her properly, but even if you are, I don't necessarily.
No,
disagree.
I'm paraphrasing. I'm severely paraphrasing, but that's what I got from.
If
her
you're
speech.
looking like science, I agree with
It's
her
called-
because here's the thing.
Look it up. Wait, for anyone who wants to look it up, the speech is called "Consider the Atheist." And if I'm getting it wrong, that's fine. That's
Okay.
what I got from her speech.
All right.
It's called "Consider the Atheist."
All right, I'll trust that you're not misquoting her or whatever, because I really don't think what you said is controversial. If you're
Right.
talking about meaning being an easy mythological answer that comes in a book that you can read that tells you how to live your life and how everything started. If you're talking about that,
Okay, a science doesn't
yes,
tell you why
science
some
is
in
against
some
that.
instances be just because it
Sci-
can't tell you why
science
doesn't mean you
has
can't
roundly
substitute for whatever the
disproven a
fuck. I mean, yeah, it's the God the
that
gaps
simple of an
argument.
explanation for the beginning of the universe. And on the converse side, the being
cashews.
that could pull off such a thing would have to be so infinitesimally complex that it defies the laws of physics in the universe as we've come to understand them, the constants.
Sure. But
And it not only defies them, but
and there are plenty of a lot of the smartest people we have alive right now are proposing a multiverse in
Okay.
which universes
And so what? Okay.
we can't.
What the
describe,
fuck? All right, so
actually, plausibly, have entirely different laws of physics.
well, here's the thing. Even if that's true, Jason, we don't live in one of the multiverses where God is real. Like we clearly live in one of the ones where there's,
God no real,
some
bruh.
sort of, like even if there is something that would be akin
Bruh.
to a god, it's definitely not what a bunch of like desert hermits wrote down before the invention of the wheel. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever thought about that, dude? People were like scrabbling around in the ground for turnips,
Yeah.
and catching fucking diphtheria. And treating it with fucking bleeding people out, or going hoo-ha to a god, or whatever.
Yes. In the Quran, the Quran describes
what to
that
God.
people start as a drop of blood inside a woman's stomach.
Oh my lord.
No, it's
I
ridiculous.
understand that religion gets basic scientific concepts wrong, but the point is that we stand on the shoulders of giants in terms of being able to interpret
No.
the experiments that found that knowledge.
What?
And so
Oh my God,
in
dude.
Religion
I kind of like Jason a little bit, but oh my God, he's a little bit of a fruit.
Exist at the same time, and do not disappear because they live at the same time. But it's not out of ignorance that religion came. It's seeking.
How can it be not out of
looking at the
ignorance?
stars. It's looking at the stars. and going,
It was from a society that was completely ignorant of
why
scientific
do I only
thought.
live for 25 years and I hunt one leopard and I'm dead? Like,
Were the authors of the Bible completely scientifically illiterate?
were they? No.
Were they scientifically
They were not.
illiterate in terms of their understanding of the universe?
The authors of the Bible were not completely ignorant of the universe, no.
Were they? Did they have a round scientific knowledge of the universe
I think at least
and
by,
access to that information so that they could learn it and pass it along?
I think by the
Why is this so complicated to him?
Christ time.
He's like, well, I mean, you know, I
Jason,
mean...
up until about 600 fucking years ago, most people couldn't read.
circumference of the Earth was calculated.
Like it's even fucking close. I'm giving way too much time, dude. You don't understand, man. Most people were fucking illiterate till the late Middle Ages.
I mean, for real,
So,
though.
for you to say that this idea, this philosophical system could have come about in an age completely and utterly illiterate of the truth as we know it in terms of the biological processes behind life.
I mean, at least for me, I will put a caveat, I guess, in a sense, is that there were, like, societies and shit that had, like, a sense of literacy and shit, you know, like, but they were very specific to a certain elite, you know, type of class and shit, because they weren't, like, you know, doing it on opposites of goodwill and shit, of, like, you know, spreading writing and shit to everybody. It was for more of, like, a specific type of, like, elite, you know, group, you know, or select few that would. You know, like, you know, because it was seen as, like, kind of a higher, you know, like, sophisticated thing that, you know, was for more of the higher elite, you know, types, you know, to be doing.
There's all good reasons to let it go.
There is no
I don't think it's Peter. I kind of like what Jarrett says. I don't think Jason's dumb. He sounds like a Peterson fan trying to justify it all. And honestly, that's what he kind of does legit sound like a little bit,
The way I
honestly.
see it, there is no alternative.
There
What?
is no alternative. Like
Yeah.
what?
What? Yeah, what?
Search through everything, not only that we know now, but everything we're ever going to know, and found that God is the only alternative.
No, I'm saying as of right, my opinion is as of right now, I see no
But
alternative.
shouldn't you, being cognizant of science and the
Yeah,
length and
that's
breadth
what I
of...
put all
Hold
mean by
on,
that.
hold on.
Oh,
Shouldn't you, being cognizant of science and the length and breadth of time as it's existed, scientifically provably, shouldn't you, as a person cognizant of that idea, be reticent to latch on to an ideology that's directly opposing those ideas? No. What? So you don't have a round scientific belief system.
Well, the question within your question is, do I take the entire
question
Bible?
within the question?
That's
No,
the question.
I don't
That's
care. I don't care whether you take it literally or figuratively.
That's the subliminal question.
No,
because
that
it-
isn't. No, there's no subliminal question,
So,
weirdo.
yeah, they're really...
Wait,
What?
wait, no. Let me finish the claim. I think
Oh my God.
that's a subliminal question because you are having to assume that there aren't any passages I can reconcile with allegory and metaphor. I can reconcile whatever story in the Bible.
Does he even know what he's
doesn't
trying to
make
say?
sense scientifically. It's not my job to justify the Bible. It's not any Christian's job to justify the Bible. According to
Whose
the Bible,
job is it then?
Yeah, it is.
Whose job is it then?
I'm about to answer that question.
Okay.
According to the Bible,
Oh my God.
God's word is inherently justified. It's God's word, right? It's not my job to justify it.
Fucking cop out, bro.
Dude, that is a cop fucking out, bruh.
I'm not,
It proves itself, yo. You just gotta listen to, you know, it, you know?
the Bible,
Bruh.
according to itself, is inherently justified.
Yeah, according to itself. Wow.
That
Oh my God.
need to reconcile the differences between my
Dude, this guy, though. Dude, fucking... Dude, Jason, man. Bruh.
nature is part of my fallible nature.
And you know this, and you feel like it is of some use to you to not
Yes.
correct it.
Yes, it is
Even
a
being cognizant of all of the fucking hindrance to progress that religion poses, and all of the
Oh my
evils that
Lord,
it
dude.
perpetrates on its own flock,
people to decide how to be irrational.
and
rather
you've
than
decided to be
controlled by
with,
their ideas.
you decided to be with the fucking weirdos.
Dude, it's Carl Jung. Would you rather be controlled by
Okay, Bible's perfect word of God, right? That means by his own standard. if there was even one thing wrong with it that ground up to dismiss the entire thing. Which, well, obviously there is a lot of different things that are inherently wrong with it, considering its fucking, contradictions.
False dichotomy. I want to be, when it comes to these types of matters, as close to rational as I can possibly be, given what I can, as a sentient being, learn.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, but my
Because I feel like that's how you move forward. And look at what rationality has provided us. Like, rationality has provided us, like, a world that's largely, at least in a lot of it, free of horrible diseases that wouldn't have even, it wouldn't have been possible without science. And these would have been, like, by your belief system, plagues sent by your God. To, like, those children were supposed to die of tuberculosis. Those children were supposed to die of mumps, which is a horrible fucking disease.
It does really horrible things to one's body.
Came from your God. Yum. Science has worked on a fucking treatments for that. Why is it that? Why have you joined the dark side, Luke? Are you on the side of worshiping?
You're meant to fucking defeat the dark side, not join them.
And why aren't you with the good guys that are trying to relieve us of that? Come on.
Yeah.
Star Trek future or Mad Max future? Because I think we know which one gets us where, right?
I tend to agree.
It's not going to be the religious community that takes us to the stars. Let's just put it that way.
If anything, they're gonna make us worship them from our weird little dirt ball instead of going to those stars, like we could.
I'm just saying that the people that take us to those places are not going to be clergy.
Okay.
Especially not Christian clergy. Maybe there's some like church of fucking rationality or science or some shit in the future. I can't foresee that. But they ain't gonna be Christians that take us to the fucking stars. Period. Point blank.
They'll just keep us looking at them from below.
It's gonna be atheists that take us to the stars. It's gonna be atheists that
And irrational-minded people that will do that. Like, I mean, that's what I find funny about a lot of these like religious people. It's like, they'll have like this idea that like, oh, science can coexist with it, or like, mend together with it. It's like, no, it doesn't.
Response to a claim.
I mean, the closest that you'll get with religion and with like scientists is if they're like atheists or maybe like spiritual in nature, but not necessarily like tied to a full-on God and shit. I mean, even then, like, I mean, some scientists will kind of like by title say they're a Christian, but if you really ask them about, they're like, yeah, I kind of believe in it and stuff. I've read the Bible and blah blah blah, but it's like, I don't really, think he's, like some sort of a dude who will, like, basically, like, directly intervene in my life and stuff. I think he created, like, he's one of those, they are basically the Christians that are essentially the ones that are like, yeah, God exists, but he doesn't do much. He created stuff, and, yeah. And it's like, that's basically it. It's like, huh? I mean, okay.
I can't give you, like, little prognostications about what the future could look like. The only thing I can tell you definitively is what it's done for me and what I want to do for other people. Mm-hmm. What I've been inspired to do. That's all I can
Just
tell
so much evidence that the Bible as there is for the Quran. I wonder if Jason knows how old Aisha was when Muhammad consummated their marriage. 11.
But the important thing to know, Paul, from me,
Phoebe's in there.
it's important
Sup,
that
Phoebe?
nobody truly know what I
I'm a Christian, but I exclusively only worship Jonah. I think he's a cool guy.
I love watching.
He's kind of a cool dude, so I just basically worship that dude and that's it.
People be inspired in real time, and in my life right now, as I see it, and going into the future, that seems to be.
Okay, that sounds like a cool band name. Satan's Blade, the Curse of the Blade.
And I was born with
Old school Slam Down. Yeah, he's talking to his weird buddy Jason.
Wait, and I'm coming back to it with the knowledge that the hypocrisy I suffered under in my teens that caused me to rebel.
Oh my god.
I can reconcile that. I can reconcile my past with the understanding that I don't have anywhere to. I'm getting older. I'm getting older. I've made lots of friends.
I've got the perfect doctoral specialization for you.
You've known me as an angry and bitter.
I'm getting older even though I'm a young guy.
For a long time.
Who's this guy?
I think you're still
Like on Ideology, it goes by Jean Thomas, but his name is Jason. He's one of Paul's like buddies, like his online buddy,
And that's where the
who's kind of like a Peterson fan.
It's getting better. As I'm getting older, it's getting better.
I'm glad.
What biblical character do you think should have a following but doesn't? Samson. I actually kind of agree with that. And that and Judah a little bit.
I thought the best.
I mean, there is like a whole book of Judah that technically is
Don't
a part of the Bible, but
No,
don't,
not many Christians want to admit
It's
that.
even better, bro, because it blends your new found beliefs with your old realization that those beliefs are bullshit.
okay.
Become a doctor that specializes in doing circumcisions.
No.
There you go. Yeah, dude, come on. You're using
I love that.
scientific
No.
knowledge to
No.
to push a profoundly stupid religious ideal. It's perfect.
Circumcision is
Wait.
an Old Testament way of Jews to.
Oh my God! Give me a
Oh my
break.
fucking God, bro. How about
Oh my fucking God! Like, go eat. Like, go suck on some lovely dicks, there, sir, in a consensual manner.
a bunch of stinking goat herding
Like, it's like that's an Old Testament thing. I don't believe that Bible. I believe the New Testament stuff, bro. We're like, oh my God, give me a fucking break, dude.
Still doing it. They're still. It was done to me.
Yeah, it was done to me, dude.
It was done to me. Yeah, so what the fuck?
Hey, you've seen my pee-pee accidentally.
What the?
Like,
He does it made. Okay.
I'm scorned. I'm scorned, just like you, dude. But that was Kellogg.
I'm
That was
scorned.
Kellogg.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Century
Well,
Dr. Kellogg pushing the fucking propaganda on people that if you circumcised men, then they
No,
would
that
stop
wasn't.
masturbating.
That wasn't Kellogg.
He stopped.
Dude,
if you
the
circumcised
guy's
men, they
name
would
was
stop
fucking
masturbating.
Isaac, wasn't it? Like,
No, it's Kellogg.
no, dude.
Yes,
no.
Kellogg said if you get kids to eat
Oh my
Raisin
God.
Bran and you get them to eat Rice Krispies and you circumcise them, they'll stop masturbating. It's Kellogg, dude. Look at that. Fucking
Oh
Kellogg.
my God. But yeah, I bet Kellogg also supported fucking circumcision as part of that. Because that was why that was one of the ways they justified circumcision.
Just the fact that God has to write down an entire new book to prove that He is the perfect guy, as you guys say. Yeah.
Dude,
So right now, Earth could still be rough drafted,
Right.
which could explain a lot. I mean, no, for real.
You're in an age where you can't.
The Milky Way galaxy is a rough draft, dude.
yeah. Jergens.
My
Even the
God.
pre-Jergen days, you know what I mean? You already had some lube on tap, so just a stupid fucking idea to begin
He
with.
used the gherkin for a jerkin back then.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's perfect for you, Jason. I actually would. No joke. If you became the world's foremost circumcision doctor, I would not be shocked at this point, dude.
You wouldn't be shocked?
It would be the perfect representation of your ideological fucking conundrum, dude.
Oh my God.
On one hand, so precisely trained as a surgeon that you're trusted to operate on the genitals of people's newborn sons. But also
Damn.
specializing in doing a completely worthless religious ritual.
Yahweh goes to Starbucks every day. This is his manuscript. It's just right.
Dude,
He gets
I
manuscript
have to
right, yep.
Myself, but I'm not gonna lie and tell you I haven't looked into it. When I saw that it's like draping weights off your cock, I was out. You know, I was like, nah.
Yeah. You cling, or you could do the condom thing, but you cling weights to what's left of your foreskin.
Yeah, I wasn't. There was no way, bro. There's no fucking way.
Stimulate growth. Apparently it's never the same anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well,
Oh my God,
I
dude.
don't know, man.
But like Jordan
Bruh.
Peterson says, clean your penis, right?
Why? Wait, why?
Yeah,
What?
You know, you're supposed to be taught that,
Oh my-
especially if you've got a foreskin, which is like.
Oh my
that's
God,
one of the
dude. This
argumentation-
dude.
That's one of the
This
arguments
poor
a lot
guy.
of modern foreskin removal defenders will say, it's cleaner. It's like, no, it's only cleaner if nobody takes the time to teach the little boy how to wash his penis.
No shit.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's all you gotta do.
well,
It's just
not
basic
gonna work.
hygiene
What you're
shit.
gonna have to do is
Cut or no cut, like
it.
it's hygiene
Speaking of,
stuff. It ain't that hard.
Speaking of
It's like, bruh.
circumcision, I just became an uncle, which is crazy.
Oh, how cute.
My sister just had a baby.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
His name is Jackson with an X, Not sure how I feel about that. But,
Who cares? Why do you care? Oh my god.
but I met him the day after he got back from the hospital. He had been given like 9 shots, and he was circumcised on the same day.
Yeah.
And I... What,
I mean, I'm really happy. I'm happy that he got. I'm happy he got the shots.
He changed his diaper, and I'm just gonna tell you,
I'm happy he got the
never
shots.
I never
watch
want
Cut?
to perform surgery on
That one Kendrick song.
If only he hadn't gotten those shots.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Mumps and die screaming in his crib.
If you're a doctor, I don't understand how you can morally justify unnecessary surgery on a fucking infant.
Jackson, wait a sec. Jackson,
Right, yeah,
Jason,
like cutting
Jason
part of
X.
the penis
Dan
off a
Voorhees can
stupid
never just
religious
stay down.
idea.
Dude, yeah, dude. Oh, dude, you're right.
It's
Dude, fucking Jason Voorhees is, you know, still up in his
Why I'm not
bitch.
Jewish.
Is why. Well, yeah, but you're a fucking Christian, which means that their Torah
What?
is
Means
your
that
Old
what?
Testament.
Okay.
Yeah, so you believe that you just got done talking about how the God
Yes, I
was
believe that
God.
Jews in the past.
The Bible is
circumcised
God's
themselves.
word.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Bible is God's word, and God's word tells you to cut off the fucking foreskin of your penis.
Well,
Well, you know, I mean, yeah. That's Old Testament stuff. You don't have to do
Those
that.
holy people, because the people
My
who were
God, bro.
circumcised were Philistines and shit.
Bruh.
Yeah, just the holy chosen people of God should cut their dick off.
right. I'm not Jewish. I'm not a holy chosen person of God.
Oh, I
God's
see what you're
chosen
saying.
people are the Jews.
Oh my god.
Right.
Wow, dude.
Cognitive dissonance, dude. I'm telling you. You should be.
You gotta love cognitive
Jason,
dissonance. I mean,
you
seriously.
are on your way. Watch. It'll happen, bro. I'm
Bro.
prophesying right now. You're gonna become the world's dude. People are gonna know you from coast to coast. They're gonna be like, dude. When they hear about somebody's kid getting butchered accidentally, oh my God, they cut my son's penis off. You know what they're gonna say in the future? Should have went to Jason.
Yeah.
Should have went to Dr. Jason.
Damn. Just should've went to
The
him.
cleanest fucking circumcision on
You
the
remember
planet,
my
man. When it
last name?
comes,
You
let me tell you
remember my
something.
that might be Doctor. You remember my last?
I'm not gonna dox you, but yes, I remember your last name.
Right. That's but nobody would be able to pronounce it. So I
No,
Oh my
because
God.
Their
If I
doctor,
gave international
Dr. Phil
fame.
goes by his first name. Dr. Oz goes by his first name.
I don't want to go by Dr. Jason.
Dr. Jason, dude.
Dude, yeah, dude, you gotta do it, bro. Dude, it has to be Dr. Yes, Dr. Jason, man.
Barbaric religious rituals.
Hell yeah, bro.
actually Desensitize the male penis and promote a ton of other problems with sexual function and just form.
Yeah.
When it comes to mutilating a baby's genitals, let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
I like how he's basically just doing like, you know, Trump, you know, like fucking ad to him pitch. It's like, let me just tell you, this is the best thing you could do. You'll be the best one in circumcisions, the most greatest. Let me just tell you, you'll be the best one. People say you're the best, and I think you're the best.
With a gun to say it properly.
I learned how to pronounce your last name because you're my friend, and I wanted to know what your last name was. But most
One
people
clear
aren't gonna give a
photo,
fuck about you.
go
They're not-
Dr.
like,
Jason
unless you-
immediately puner.
Let me just put it this way.
Want a cleaner wiener?
It ain't Smith, it ain't Jones, it ain't Cho, it ain't something easy. You know what I mean?
Didn't you just say I was about to gain global fame with my circumcision market?
Yes, but you're gonna be Dr. Jason. You're gonna be like Dr. Phil or Dr. Ruth.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth.
That's like changing my name to Bono.
And then like
wanna be
eventually
Bono.
you're gonna have
I don't want to be Bono. Come on, man.
just philosophical advice show where like
Yeah.
bored housewives. This is like the Dr. Phil show, where twice a week you have a troubled teen on to argue with their mom.
Yes.
You give them the straight dope, and then like the other times you're
Oh my
Catch me
God.
outside, how about that?
yeah.
Catch me.
Catch me outside.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck? Yes.
Dude, you can
When a
become
grown man in
like
his
kind of
60s
like a
is
religious.
embarrassed by a fucking TikTok star.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
I can't believe that Cash Me Outside bitch
But I
is a
don't-
TikTok
but
star,
that's-
though. That is a
no,
little
if-
fucking whack. It's
if
like,
I
what
were
the
to do
fuck,
that,
bro?
I
It's like,
I
bro.
don't know what the world's gonna be like in 40 years. What? It's gonna be so much easier to fly
Wow.
around.
Deep,
A lot
deep
worse than Dr.
wisdom. Deep.
I'm not capable.
Too deep for me.
I don't know, Jason. I mean, I think if you
Bruh.
follow this path that I've laid out for you, Jason, You do the extra time to become
You
a
already
fucking
know I
surgeon.
can't handle power. You already know that.
You become a surgeon. You start specializing. You just study extra hard on that circumcision. And so you start to build a name for yourself, man. You work at a fucking shitty hospital in Boston.
You gotta work it.
Pulling double shifts and all-nighters and shit.
I mean, you gotta work it, you gotta flex it, you gotta, you know,
Nobody.
just pump it, dude.
Pointlessly, religiously.
Just gotta do that
mutilates
shit, man.
people's genitals like Dr. Jason. And then pretty soon, Fox hears about you. They come do an interview. They see you're a good-looking chap. They go like, oh, we're going to have to drop the last name, though. There's just no way people can be expected to remember that.
Oh, come on.
No, you gotta do it, Jason. Come on.
Like, for how
Why is he
much
being a
money?
bitch about it?
You know, $10
My
million.
middle name. Wait, my middle name is Andrew.
Well,
Ah,
like, look, dude, it's already a standard.
that's
name.
worse. No,
Doctor, you know what I mean? Dr. Ruth.
that's worse. You gotta do Dr. Jason, dude. That's fucking perfect.
Dr. Blaze. I should name myself. I should get
It's
my
not
name.
gonna happen, Jason. You're not-
Doctor.
like,
Oh
you're
my
not gonna
God,
your
get the
gay
fuck out of
fantasy
here. The gay
Having like a fucking code name or whatever. It's not gonna happen,
Dr.
bro.
Blaze, dude. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah,
Wow.
And, well, hey, I'm
Andrew
named
kind of
after
sucks.
my dad's dead friend. He was really important to him. He named me after.
It's
Well,
like,
I mean,
oof.
look, I didn't say it was devoid of meaning in your family situation. I just said it sucks, bro.
I mean, come on now.
Like, wouldn't you have rather your dad had a best friend named Blaze that died in a horrible accident or whatever the fuck?
And he decided.
I would.
Yeah.
Can I be Dr.
And then he's
Doom?
like, I'm gonna name him
Yeah,
Jason
can I be
Blaze,
like-
blah blah? You know?
It's just, like, I don't know. Like,
See?
I mean, it's.
Andrew wouldn't have been your first choice, right? You're willing to.
I'll just be Dr. Ignat.
Dr. Jason Blaze.
Jason
You're
Blaze,
starting to sound like
dude.
a fucking Avenger.
An Avenger, dude.
I'm an Avenger.
You're shooting
Oh
too
my
high.
God.
Well, maybe.
Oh, yeah, he wants to be that. It's like, oh, I wanted to be like an Avenger, bro.
Really attractive woman.
Dude,
And I
wow.
look at her and I go, I'm an Avenger. And she says, what's your superpower? And I go, I cut little boys' dick skin off with a sharp stone. And then I remove it with my teeth.
Yeah,
and
that's
then I
how it was
remove
done.
with my
Oh, my
teeth.
God,
Yeah.
dude.
Yahweh. Yahweh. Yeah.
Bro,
Bruh.
this has gotta happen, man.
No.
And you know what happens, dude? The Earth is going off its axis. And they're just like,
No, I'm gonna put Earth back on its axis.
well, that's exactly. The Earth is going off its axis, and they're like, man, you know what it's impossible, though. You know what we need to do to fix this? Impossible, though. We need to circumcise the Earth.
Circumcised here.
And then they're like, wait a minute. Dr. Jason Blaze.
Gotta get Dr. Jason Blaze on the case,
He's
dude.
the best circumcision doctor in the fucking world, man. If
Yep.
anybody could circumcise the Earth cleanly, it's Dr. Jason Blaze. And
Damn.
then you fucking save the day, dude. You're like the
We
Rock.
just cut off the
Yeah.
cut off
Cut off the North and South Pole. Or
Oh,
just
my.
cut like a strip around the center. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And leave
Ooh.
but leave
No,
it
it has
attached
to
like
be
it's
the
a
tip.
big
It has to
mushroom.
be a tip.
Like a big mushroom.
Yeah, you're right.
That would be a little wank.
Of the fucking,
That'd be a little
or some
whack.
of it with the cut. I agree with that. But look, dude, I'm not Dr. Jason Blaze. Hey, maybe
Because if
that's
we're just removing regions, like I'll just get rid of Mongolia.
What the fuck did Mongolia ever do to you, you son of a bitch? What the fuck? What an
Goodbye,
asshole.
Vietnam.
Doctor.
Why Vietnam too?
Oh
What?
yeah, make sure to tip me really well.
Oh my god, dude, what the
That'll be your
fuck?
catchphrase when you hand them over their freshly butchered baby. Like, no tips required.
No tips required.
Oh, shit,
Fuck.
bro.
Jesus Christ. Ooh.
Got the world's biggest jar of foreskin at home.
Oh my god.
Oh my,
You are
okay.
the world's-
Well, oh
you
my
collect
fucking
them. Not
god.
only do you keep yours, but you're like in the market. You're buying like Italian ones and shit.
Italian foreskin?
'Cause you, yeah, 'cause you,
What?
you gotta know. You gotta know every fucking regional penis. You
I've
know?
got to know all about foreskins.
You gotta
which
know
one's
all
the
about
longest,
dick.
which ones are the most.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yes. You know all about dick. You know, you're gonna be collecting foreskins from around the world and shit. Maybe even like flying to places and going through the medical waste at night and shit. You know?
Crawling through the dumpster to
Yeah,
find
dumpster.
What the fuck? This
This
is
just in. 5 o'clock news at 6. Dr. Jason found crawling through a dumpster in Detroit looking for, foreskin.
I just need baby foreskin, said the crazed doctor.
the crazed doctor.
But he's right though, so we supplied him with more.
Right.
We are actively funding his research.
This is fuck.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I want this to happen now.
Oh my god, I morbidly, weirdly do kind of want that to happen.
Like this.
Yeah, can it just...
The planet.
I would love to remove the ice caps so we can stop worrying about them melting. Let's just get rid of them.
Yeah, just you circumcise them off, you
The
know?
ice caps aren't melting anymore. Don't worry, folks. I circumcised the planet.
Oh
But
my
where
god.
did all the ice go?
Oh my fucking god.
It's going in my White Russian as I sip and sit in my big chair and look at my jar of...
Oh my god, okay, you're not. Alright, you're killed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Dios mío.
That's a good idea. You know, Paul, every once in a while you come up with something good.
I know. I agree.
Every once in a while you have a idea that just...
Once in a while.
Yeah,
Bruh.
it does fucking pop.
Crackles.
What if you just...
Snap, crackle, pops like a Rice Krispie treat. Tell you what there, son.
Come on.
Why do I have to do that, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Why can't I smoke weed and smoke Jesus?
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, smoking Jesus sounds...
I'll hit the Bronze Age dick and the weed, you know what I mean?
Dr. Jason Blade.
Yeah.
That's
Jason
Sarah.
Blade.
Dr. Jason Blade.
Oh my
That
god. Jason Blade,
Jesus
dude.
was a pothead, probably. Man.
Yes, he was. Moses was a fucking pothead, goddammit.
See, that's according to science. The cannabis plant wouldn't have been in that region yet.
It would have been traded,
Thousands
though.
of years before contact between those regions.
Well, I
You
mean,
know. Whatever.
I don't know.
I went
Like, Afghan Kush ain't really, like, I mean, I have a map right here, like, Iraq,
Butt crack-a-thon.
Jerusalem, yeah,
that
like,
was- dude,
Afghanistan is,
I've
like,
never
literally
been
on the
to
other
this
side of
before.
Persia.
That was so
Like,
much fun.
that Afghan Kush would definitely have made its way over there.
In the
Really?
not so distant future, yeah.
Oh.
It would have made it over there.
Since I was in my 20s. So,
Like Hindu
Well,
Kush, I
last
mean,
night
yeah.
we were there, we did
It
the
would've
whole slice of Vegas. We walked.
It would've
we did the
traversed that
tourist
shit,
strip, so I
yeah.
got to actually see Vegas. I wasn't stuck in a convention center full of fat, sweaty, disgusting, Cheeto dust covered abominations.
Abominations.
I bet there was like a sour smell in there, you know?
Oh, it wasn't sour. It was wretched.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
It was a smell that reeked.
it actually kind of reminds me of my
I'm only
work.
basing this off of... 'cause
I
I've
came back
only
from
been
my
to one
last
thing
break,
like that.
And there was
It
these
like a
dudes who
weird
come in apparently every
Oh,
month.
in the first. Oh,
They, like-
my,
Well,
you
not
have
just
to
they,
on
like,
Verve,
pump-
though. I mean,
Tell the-
Like, they were pumping, like, this weird shit that's in front of our,
I mean,
right in front of our dishwasher. And when they open that thing, oh my god, the literal smell of, like, greasy, putrid ass just, like, fumigated everything. It was just fucking, like, what? I had to straight up, like, walk away for a minute and just be like, alright. I knew I had to not do dishes, so I was doing some of my other tasks, you know, my last little second shift. You know, just kind of sleeping a little bit, mop at least one section of thing, and stuff like that, but nope. Did some of that, immediately stopped, and had to wait a little bit. The dudes were pretty cool, though, so I didn't mind. I mean, just let me have, like, an extra 20 minutes or so, you know, to just let my dishes soak. I was already halfway done with them anyway.
A little tiny bit fragrant myself, but there was so much of it already that it was just like, you know when you're playing a dungeon crawler and you walk into that room that's got poison mist in it? That's how I felt.
It's got a like a disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I couldn't see the green mist, but I swear to God, like, I felt like I should be able to. I felt like...
So musky, you could just see the mist. Oof. Oof.
Poison mist!
Can you just
Poison
lead
mist,
me up
ew.
to the moment when he takes it off?
So, yeah, dude, yeah. So we're all. I'm like, you know, I tell Ashley, I'm like, I'm glad we got seats, cause man, there's a bunch of weeaboos up in this bitch.
A bunch of weeaboos up in this bitch.
Oh,
Was
shit.
everyone ooh-wooing? Was there lots of ooh-woo?
A lot of ooh.
Anyway,
Oh, he actually said, "Oh no, there was."
right as the fucking shit starts, right as it kicks off, everybody's quiet and like listening, you know, and then all of a sudden the doors, which are like behind me and to my right. So I'm sitting kind of in a middle row to the right side of the room, and I'm pretty far to the right side. Like I think it's like, well, yeah, it's me. Like I'm on the end, like I'm on the edge.
Okay, so can you paint the room for us? Does it look like a theater? Like
No, it looks like a classroom.
a classroom?
But like a bigger class, like a double classroom or whatever. It was big, but not like theater.
And you're sitting in
I kind of get an idea of the
No, we're
size.
sitting in rows and chairs
Oh.
that are just set up, like you would for like a concert or whatever. But no, it was nothing that would be called a concert. It was like a talk in a big classroom.
Oh.
So we were sitting in just perpendicular rows. I was in the middle of this, towards the right-hand side of the room, and then I was about halfway through, so there was another, you know, behind me, and all the way to the back was the door in. So I hear that, and I turn around, and I'm thinking I'm gonna see like just a weeaboo walk through.
Just a weeb walk through.
There's quite a few, like a big giant neon green wolf walks. You
A
know what I mean?
furry.
Like a wolf. Or like a Dachshund, or I don't know what he was, like a fucking German Shepherd.
Hold on,
guy.
I gotta pull out my cock.
Right. He's
No, keep going.
I mean, I'm a furry, but I'm not that much of a
And he's got,
degenerate
like,
god.
Blue accents, like Sonic the Hedgehog blue and neon
Oh
green.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Colorful,
Yeah,
son
he's
of a
a
bitch.
wolf, or he's a hyena, or
Dude, he's
some
Matthew the
canine.
Hedgehog.
Yeah, he's a canine for sure, or a lupine, one of the two. I don't know what, like a fox.
Ryan.
Yeah,
They're a little bigger.
lime green, right?
Yeah.
Think about it, dude. Skittles
Was it you, Ignar?
Green.
I'm not these colors.
And
I'm like, you know those like red and white
well,
huskies
not
that kind of have like that more like brownish
Sonic the
kind of
Hedgehog
color
blue.
to it? Like
Did you
that's
cream
more
your
of what my persona would look like.
I was
Like,
I'm
nah.
gonna tell you, I was stunned, man.
You pre-cum?
Because it's one thing to be a furry, and it's another thing to be a furry that's that fucking loud, bro.
Yes, yes.
Bruh, dude, half of, like 90% of furries are loud. I'm actually a very quiet furry with my colors. It's just more natural in nature.
Talking about shit, and like this dude, like I couldn't hear anything the lady was saying while this dude was walking down the aisle. Legit, I was stunned.
Yeah.
And so he's walking down the aisle, and he grabs, like, they bring in like an extra chair for him and set it up kind of on the like very close to me, like right next to me, just behind and next to me.
Your luck, huh?
Yeah.
Or
And-
did you set yourself up for it? Did you sit in an empty region?
No, I was asked to add. I mean, I was sitting right next to Ashley, and I was on the edge. And then, but there were just, I was in a sea of porcine weeaboos. You know what I mean? And I was one of them. We were all adding to the funk.
All adding to the funk. Gotta pump the
And
funk.
then, and you remember, the poison mist was already in effect before this fucking lime green wolf walked
What
in.
did it smell like in the room before you saw the wolf?
Like,
Before, like, was it a really light poison mist?
it was like 1,000 years of neglect. It was sour, and it was sad, and vinegary.
1,000 years
It's
of
just that
neglect.
unwashed human smell, you know, just like sweat mixed with putrid armpits, mixed with folds that hadn't been cleaned, you know, in some cases, I'm sure. You know, just like there was a lot of funk in the air. A few people had you know, because they ate too much tamago yaki or whatever the fuck.
They ate so much pocky.
Oh my god, they ate so much tamago yaki that they're just shitting themselves because they really want to see this fucking
god.
this
Oh,
presentation
shit.
Alright,
on
so the wolf,
history
the
of edge
neon
and-
wolf enters and they give him a chair.
Right, so Neon Wolf enters, someone scurries over, bring him a chair. Neon Wolf sits down.
I like how you say scurry.
He does, well, yeah, he scampered or whatever they do in the woodlands, you know.
What the fuck? Is that a pot shot?
Excuse me,
Fuck
make way.
you!
Make way.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh my god,
And
well,
so
yeah, we
he
just
sat
scamper
down,
around like
you know,
fucking
I'm
little
sitting
animal
there,
like
you know,
that.
I'm like,
Fuck
oh,
you.
that's a big, loud furry. And then I was like, all right, let me go back to paying attention to this. But then, like, right as I'm turning around, that motherfucker cracked the seal. He cracked the seal on that fucking fursuit, man. That head came off. And let me tell you, dude.
Oh no.
The putrescence you know, it became like a deadly like fog of poison, you know.
Yeah.
It was like a tear gas canister, dude. Just unleash it, just a time bomb, just boop.
He cast death miasma.
Death cloud.
Oh my god,
It
fuck.
was
Oh, this makes me fucking cry, dude.
It
Holy
was
shit.
gross. It actually made me feel like I was gonna throw up. Like it was in my mouth as soon as I
Oh,
like
fuck.
It was. It
yeah,
was.
I mean, technically, you're right. It was, but like I could feel it in there. I could feel my breath
In the back of your throat. Like you could feel it in the back of your throat. Like
Oh,
a cold starting to
fuck.
grow.
Oh, man.
There's
Oh, my
nothing in my
god.
life that I have ever loved doing enough to put myself in that kind of dude. He was literally.
Oh, man, I
seething
can't even
with
stop
that
fucking crying
shit
now. Holy
all
shit.
day,
Oh, my god.
dude. All day.
Oh,
just
fuck.
To be the Neon Wolf, man.
Just
How
to
hot
be
it
the Neon
was
Wolf, dude.
I mean, it was like we were in a
Fuck.
convention center in Texas. Outside.
Oh, goddamn. Oh.
Yes, it was a big, expensive.
But I guess it doesn't matter because I've never fursuited. I've never cosplayed anything in my life. But I know it doesn't matter how cold.
You know, like, this is why there are, like, fursuit makers that, you know, actually have, like, a little side business where they actually, like, will have fragrances and, like, shampoos and, like, perfumes that you can wash your fursuit with. So, like, even, you know, if, like, some of the purmescence, you know, fumigates, you know, from within, it's actually kind of, like, masked and nowadays, like, I could find some of it. I don't order it because I don't have one, but it's just like I see some of that shit where it's like odor eliminator, you know, stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. So at least, you know, there's some out there that try to maintain, you know, the funk, you know what I mean? But like, oh, I can only imagine how some of them are. Weirdly enough, I've smelled fursuits that actually have like a weird, like flowery, like lavender, like fragrance and something. It's just like, oh wow, okay.
Just acclimating myself.
It's like you actually smell good. Weird.
That was in the room.
You're not a poison mist.
And then a furry came in, and I was introduced to a whole new world.
A whole new world.
Dude, a brave new world. Man. A new frontier for stink aficionados. Like it was like I opened the Hellraiser puzzle box and I asked for the worst stink. You know what I mean?
I opened it on Hellraiser puzzle box.
Worst stink, and I'm like, yes, I do.
See, this is how you know it was not me, Goldie, because I would take care of the funks. Like I will put some perfumes up in my bitch.
Down for a good torture, and he's just like, wait, dude, hold on, wait. Off the record, you don't want that.
You don't want to. Yeah, trust me, bro. You don't want to crack the seal on a fursuit. Somebody threw a fucking poison grenade in the room. Oh man, it was.
Oh my god, I'm at my fucking side.
In a weird
Oh,
way,
Jesus.
That is when I started to just like get into the live and let live mode with furries. Because I was like, number one, there was probably, I don't know how to say, there was a lot of people there.
Oh my god.
Maybe I saw 10 furries.
Oh man. Oh god.
You know,
Fuck.
And then I was like, dude, they are willing to stew in that juice.
Stew in that juice.
And a lot of these furries with the more expensive suits and shit, as I understand it, they go from fucking convention to convention to convention.
That they do.
Because
they actually do.
That's how they make their money. You know?
Well, yeah.
They're basically like the furry version of influencers.
Or whatever the fuck it is, and you know that's how they're doing it. They're financing the trip on the. But anyway, I gave
That and OnlyFans. Guarantee
So
it.
live and let live works until you realize that whatever percentage of the total population of people you saw there that ended up
Oh,
for furry,
fuck.
that percentage of furries actually want to fuck a horse.
Right, but I mean,
So-
like, dude, I gotta tell
What?
you, the horrors
Live and
that
let
we
live
face-
live and let
Like-
live works until you meet somebody that actually is like, dude, have you?
It's not as often as like
You tried horse
people
cock?
legit make it out to be. Actually, there's like majority of fucking like furries, you know,
Dude, I don't like the idea
like will literally go
of
like
sex
Salem witch trial on a motherfucker if they even
Okay, you can,
suspect
dude.
if you know there's a furry that might be like that.
Peed that bad, dude.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've been around furries, especially the Twitter furries, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, I mean, they will legit go on witch hunts if they're like, we think this might, you know, be somebody who could be, you know, wanting to literally fuck horses or blah, blah, blah. It's like, I mean, then it will, like, be like, here's my evidence. Like, there will be threads on just even people that they suspect, even if they don't really have, like, actual evidence of, like, yeah, here's a link of them doing it or something, you know? Like, I mean, there's, like, kind of almost like a legit kind of hyper-paranoia sense to it. Because, I mean, there is, like, the whole, like, I guess, fantasy element to shit, I suppose. Yeah, a lot of people would have, but, like, yeah, that's where I would say that where, you know, the overlap would be the strongest if there is any. But just because someone's a furry does not mean that, like, there's somehow now, like, a third, you know, like a 33% chance that that might be like, yep, I want to fuck dogs or horses now. It's like, no. I mean, that's a little far-fetched.
The pro-circumcision anti-furry crusade.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god,
Well,
Jason.
good luck, man, because you're gonna be in court with a lot of those motherfuckers, and I have a feeling they're gonna make them take them fucking fursuits off. Crack the seal to swear in their oath or whatever the fuck.
Crack the seal, dude.
Yeah. Cockatoo says, what male animal is going to turn down a blowjob?
I mean, whatever. You don't
What? Well, okay, who the fuck said that in their chat? Huh?
Is thinking most of the time
Yeah.
you being a piece of shit.
I've given plenty
Okay.
of humans blowjobs.
Sus.
Like, is this person even in
Sus. We got a sus. We got a sus in the chat.
You can't tell what anyone's thinking, much less an animal.
Trimming the
anyway,
lips. Rose. I don't like. But anyway,
I'm sorry to bring this up. But when you said
If it is against
I
God.
thought of all of those
Oh my Jesus
like
Christ.
animals for their own furry.
Well, whatever, man. Like, I don't know. Like I
group
said, dude,
has
I'm against it in principle, but I really don't think it's on my radar. You know. Like to me,
Every
I could name.
group has its like ugly. Every
Right.
group has a Judas. You know,
every group has its dark side, you know. There's an underbelly to everything, and there's, you know, the furry community, the underbelly. There's some
Oh my
people out there
God.
getting some horse puss.
Oh my god, what the
Horse
fuck?
day or whatever the fuck they're doing. I don't know, dude, I'm getting banned for this. The poltergeist is gonna get my ass
Oh my god, fuck.
for a second.
Yep, if I can't stream no more, we know why.
You have a bitch shoot or like a.
Oh fuck, dude, what the hell? Oh my god.
Truth Social or whatever.
Yeah, if I start live streaming from Truth Social, there you go,
You
fam.
gotta get one.
I'm gonna have to, yeah. I'm gonna be
gotta
fucking.
join
Oh my God.
The conservative counterculture.
Honestly, like, if you look at, like, farmers, they're more likely to be getting down of some more than that than anything else, man. Like, furries might be rich, but they ain't, like, you know, living on farms or shit. Like, the funk is their own funk. They don't, like, add funk, you know,
Conservatives are, by definition, defenders of tradition and, you know,
But what if the tradition becomes anti-tradition? Can you not be?
what does that even mean?
look at the modern, yeah, if you look at a lot of these.
What if it
people that
becomes not the
are
tradition?
claiming to be in that group,
It's like,
they're
what?
just espousing the same fucking values that somebody would have been espousing in the 40s or 50s, you know.
Right, but what I'm saying is that doesn't tradition itself become the counter?
Wow, how do we get from all of that to this?
I mean, I guess in a technical sense, but I don't think, like, to me, counterculture has political implications. So, for me, like, yeah, maybe if you want to go with a strictly technical sociological definition of counterculture, then maybe I agree with you on that. But when I say counterculture, it has political implications. The counterculture is
Man,
by
hiccups.
necessity
Man.
in rebellion against something, and that's not what.
Man, I kind of feel a little weird born from all that laughing.
I wasn't mentioning religiosity at all. I just
Right.
meant traditionalism.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like the whole franchise of religion is designed around a number of precepts. One of them is this never changes, because what it was made to establish, that is control over the underclass, that it needs to be exploited, and so you can't it's all about orthodoxy.
Right.
Now, there's been enough time for Christianity and other religions to split off into a bunch of, but if you look at these ideologies, they're incredibly close. They only disagree on a fraction of things, so they're all identifiably Christians.
Do you actually have a second YouTube channel that you were
Yes.
talking about? Oh, well, somebody in chat wants to see a link.
Oh,
Is it in the description? I don't see it.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Yeah, I'll put it in the description or something. But anyway.
Somebody mentioned I should circumcise a horse.
Oh yeah, Dr. Jason
would be-
Blaze.
Dr. Jason Blake, dude.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's actually not good for.
horses.
That I think would actually be
You only
really
want
bad.
Low-cut horses.
Right, and you're the best in the business. You know what I mean?
Like that legit would actually be very bad. Don't want to do that actually.
Yep. It's gone off the rails.
It really has.
Yeah, no.
Jesus
Furry
Christ.
smells sour though, man. So it smell like a bad egg off in there.
Bad egg.
Not good.
Oof.
It gave me the vapors, man.
It smelled like that. It smelled like that pre-digested crap that Bear Grylls squeezed the water out of on his show.
Yeah.
Pre-digested dead camel crap.
Yes.
Oh, I know he's talking. I know he's talking
Remember
about.
Bear Grylls raw? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when he was just raw and didn't give a fuck?
I do remember that. Yes, I do.
I kind of loved Bear Grylls when he just did not give a fuck.
I'll sit in a fucking 20-foot deep ice chasm with no way of getting out, just to prove to you it's possible. You might fall in a chasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll drink camel shit water.
Man, you couldn't pay me enough, bro.
Yeah. There's no one around for
My
10 my
God.
camera crew's no one's around for 10 miles. I'll drink this fucking highly toxic shit.
Yeah, I'm fucked when the apocalypse comes, man. I'm not gonna be able to acclimate to eating a rat.
You're not gonna know what
I
to
mean,
eat or what shit to drink.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna.
I feel like I might just be stroking ego, but I feel like I can make it for a little bit. And at least I know I for sure will be able to survive at least a little, given my tools and supplies that I have now. But it will take some time.
Whatever the new Apex.
It will take some time.
You really don't think?
But inevitably, I'll eventually get murked by some other son of a bitch. Like, that's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna get whacked. Some other motherfucker's just like, no, I got the better hand of you. Gonna be like Buster Scruggs. Someone just gets that one extra hand on me.
Where I live, right?
I'm not saying
Like if I'm in the jungle, which a lot of our ancestors were, if
Oh,
you go
well.
back far enough, we were definitely sprang from a jungle and savanna species. So yeah, dude, jungles are torturous places to live.
Yeah.
everything you step on could kill
Everything
you.
is eating you all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't waste any biomass, including living
Could you
biomass.
scavenge a modern wasteland?
Like a Mad Max desert kind of wasteland? Probably
No,
not.
like a Fallout. Like
a fall, yeah. Well, that's
like
the same.
Some stuff.
I mean, it is basically the
but
same.
There's still remnants of modernity, and there's stuff.
I mean, that's basically the Mad Max world
Dirty and
too.
Gross, and there's no law. No, I couldn't live like looking for fucking 30-year-old tins of beans and shit.
Tins and beans.
I mean, I maybe I could, but I doubt I'd be very successful at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be the.
I mean, I'm more fit and acclimated. I could probably do it. I have, different things at my disposal that could potentially make it possible.
You know, like my mom, when I was little, taught me to grow some vegetables and shit, and so I know how to build a garden box. And I don't know, man. I could grow some tomatoes probably successfully. Maybe some little zucchinis, some peppers.
Respectable.
Some like corn or whatever. I wouldn't have the knowledge to do, but like my mom had like like a little tomato garden.
Yeah, tomatoes and potatoes and
Potatoes, yeah. I can
those
do
are
that.
all easy as shit to grow.
They're not super easy, dude. Building a garden box and keeping it fucking like you gotta know.
Dude,
Yeah, those are exactly
in the
easy.
wasteland, like I'm not gonna have ready-made bags of like mulch to go get. I'm gonna have to make my own mulch. I'm gonna have to
Well,
make
you
my.
know what? You're gonna make it out of your camel shit.
But my
That's right.
mom used to do that too. She kept a compost pile that we would pull from.
Did you add your family shit to it?
No, we didn't. You don't put human shit in a compost pile, Jason. That's rule. That's literally.
Yeah, that's literally rule number one, dude.
It's
Why
only
would
vegetable
anyone do
matter,
that?
Because human shit is meat. It decays differently than vegetable matter does. You don't.
Is
want
it meat? What the fuck? Huh?
Like it doesn't help. No, you want.
Well, I guess so, because you eat meat.
No,
Okay.
Matt Damon on Mars lied to me.
Yeah, the most animal matter thing that you throw in the mulch pit is like eggshells,
Yeah.
which are just calcium.
Yeah, that's just
Aren't
calcium at that
bananas-
point.
No,
What, banana? What the fuck? Oh my
they're
god.
plants.
Bruh.
So Matt Damon on Mars lied to me. You can't grow potatoes with human shit and water.
Maybe you can, but I know it's not the traditional, like, you don't shit in the mulch pile.
Yeah, and also it's probably not good for you because of the you're reabsorbing nutrients.
Can go in there, for sure.
Yeah.
Horse. My mom used to, like, we would get horse shit and throw it in. Because it just, like, all that is just vegetable matter. It just helps.
Grass.
Yeah.
Right, it's grass and shit. Yeah, so it just, it helps along the process or whatever. And then that gets good and, broken down and shit. And that's the perfect kind of
Yeah.
revitalizer for your garden.
Yeah, they know what's
when
up.
you're growing the types of things that I was taught to grow. But I like I said, I could do a wicked salsa garden, but I don't think that's really what's going to be needed. Do I know how to like farm a big patch of potatoes or whatever? No.
Actually, potatoes would be very easy to grow.
Like I learned how to take a little.
Take the
trowel
Irish side in you there, boyo.
and, go
You can
down to the
grow some
fucking
good
store
potatoes
and
out there in the
buy,
field.
a little tomato
I mean, I did. Though they kind of eventually died out a little bit.
Let it grow and keep it watered and put it around the back
So
of the house.
I just have to, take some time, to just like, kind of get them going again and
Yeah, I know how to
you
do
know,
that, but I don't think
kind of get a little bit more, detail about how to take care of them and shit.
When we can grow meat.
I was able to get at least a little something from them,
Well,
so I just
you
kind of
talk
spread
about
those around.
dystopia, though. So that infrastructure is broken down, and now we're scavenging. There's the proto meat. The proto meat was gone before the dystopia really kicked off. Like people bought that out and hoarded that, and it was gone before the dystopia. Yeah. So it's gonna be like
veggie meat sucks.
But vegetables
Veggie meat
balloon,
is
not
gone
as a
now.
mole with
It's
a
just
hair
gonna
growing
be
on it. What?
people raiding farmers' fields.
But his head?
People raiding the grocery store till there's literally nothing left in it, killing each other over cans of corn and peas. And then, the people that aren't killed in that initial burst of violence will live just a horrible, hard scrabble life. Because a lot of, there's this idea in Fallout that houses are going to be, because it's a nuclear end, that houses are still full of slightly irradiated but still usable tinned goods. That's pretty presumptuous, because in the type of breakdown that we're talking about, all of that shit's going to be picked over at twice or three times by the time those people are enduring it.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely true. I guess, in the Fallout universe, by the time that, usually most of that, timeline, by the time you are playing the game, it's definitely, by that point, going to be long picked. It feels like 30 years or something afterwards, I can see it, but once you have, that shit totally picked off, 200-something years after the bombs fell, then, yeah, there ain't going to be nothing in those fridges, you know what I mean? And even then, there's, at least in Fallout, there is actually, some radiation that food gives you that you find in the Fallout universe, those canned beans and stuff. There is, a little bit.
Right, and you need enough land to be able to cycle it.
Right.
You have to be able to cycle sections of land.
And you need access to all the tools, which, by the way, those are going to be picked over, too, and destroyed and hoarded.
That's why you make your own. Learn how to make them.
You're going to have to dig down with your hands, and probably not going to You know, there's not going to be any oxen or horses around. Those are going to be picked over and eaten by then, so you're not going to be able
Or
to
taken as like a form of trade.
Even behind like medieval farmers, like you can't even do like a horse and plow. You're literally digging with your hand. It's not a good look.
Those animal-loving furries are going to be out of luck.
Yeah, this is not going to be like. There's a lot of people that's got utopian views about like, well, when I'll just go in the woods and yeah, I know how to garden and shit. It's like you know how to garden in a world where you can buy seeds.
That's why you collect the
You want
seeds.
bell peppers, you want potatoes, you can buy the necessary material to grow those from people that provide it as a service. What happens when that's gone? Do you know
collect
how to go
them?
into the woods and defend yourself?
Well, you also can't grow a garden in you can't grow a garden in a forest. Like a
Maybe
wooded-
find a certain
a
patch of
wooded
meadow.
forest,
Sure.
Like a subtropical forest has such a completely different soil content, and most of the nutrients.
Well,
are
tropical
easy
forest.
for-
That'd be
for
different.
Garden variety plants to actually grab.
Right. So yeah,
I mean, that's why especially like kind of like native, local type of like crop and stuff is, I think, you know, exceptionally vital, because then that really helps with maximizing, you know, the growth, you know, in areas like in local forests and shit. Because it's just gonna naturally grow there anyway.
Otherwise, you're gonna be figuring out how to make a water skin out of a fucking deer bladder, or you're dead. You know, like it's not a good place.
I'm up to the task. God damn it. I'll do it.
Another degree of
I'll make a fucking water bag out of deer bladders and shit.
down the line. It's just another way of getting.
I've always wanted to go hunting anyway, so.
And
Dude, if you stub your toe or cut yourself while you're out there, it's not just to like, oh, put some Bactine on it, slap a Band-Aid on it, it's fine, it's healed in a couple days. No, that thing could fucking fester and get gangrenous, and if you don't know the right shit to put on
Has some malware on
or
it.
you don't live in a place where you have access to any of it,
Bro.
then, yeah, you have to chop your fucking arm off. with
I'm
a
sure it
rock
does,
Or die. You know what I
but
mean? Like
there's one thing I don't want to imagine about him.
It's just bad, man. It's just all around bad. We're a cooperative species by nature, and I think that the whatever it happens, the oncoming scarcity wars they're gonna turn us against one another. You know, there's not, and then that's hard scrabble for
Gotta
everybody.
get this weed grounded
Like I
up.
live in Washington. In colder climates with huge evergreens, there is such little soil. There are so little soil nutrients in the more rainy areas that trees have to grow really tall to have as many leaves as possible. And we have a ton of mushrooms. There's mushrooms everywhere. They're called mycorrhiza, and they're responsible for adding a nitrogen content to the tree because they have a symbiotic relationship. Trees and mushrooms. Mycorrhiza give
Do you happen to live in the
stuff.
PNW?
They process dead stuff that trees can't, so that trees...
Because there's a very similar thing that mushrooms do up here in the PNW.
Or comparatively during soil. And the mushrooms have protection because they live inside the trees.
They live with the
Cool
trees.
story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
You're still fucked.
You're still fucked.
There's not because the trees are gonna get chopped down by idiots.
Yeah.
As they already are for
To
money.
keep the fucking fires burning and shit. They're gonna cut down
For the lumber
forests,
industry and stuff.
you know.
Here for little chunks of chocolate. Yeah.
Will all be destroyed anyway because we have a bunch of military.
Knowing him, he probably not. He's been growing a beard lately, so he's probably just letting himself go.
For sure.
I'm just gonna start growing hair now.
I mean, it just makes it
Trying to look more masculine instead of shaving myself.
Of a naval base, so I'm fucked.
But I think sociologists have said that like 4 days, like in our current culture, if the grocery stores are not admitting customers for 4 days, there will be violence.
Oh yeah.
Around here, it'd be more than that.
Even though
Well, less
people
than that,
have
I should say.
enough food,
It'd be
for
within a few
4
days.
in their homes.
Not 4, it'd be like 2.
At that point, they're gonna start raiding other people's supplies.
What do you call the people who buy a lot to prepare the
Doomsday preppers?
Call them? What's the name for them?
Preppers?
Preppers, that's right, prepping. Mike, you know Claudia, she's a prepper. Our basement is fucking full canned goods and bottled water.
I should probably get at least, slowly but surely build up of canned goods.
And preppers are crazy, right? No, well, here's the thing.
Okay,
Well,
not all preppers are crazy.
It's not crazy.
I just think that they're assuming too much. Like, their idea, a prepper's idea, is when this, like, big societal
Not
breakdown
all of them are.
happens, or even if it's local.
Maybe a little paranoid,
Like, if
sure.
it's local, yeah, being a prepper might be good. Like, if you just have
Yeah.
some crazy Christian organization or something that takes over a town and you live in it, you've got, like, a fucking, like, locked, nuclear-proof basement or whatever the fuck with a bunch of food in it for you and your family, you're probably better off than the people that don't have it. But in
Yeah.
the type of disaster that we're talking about, you're just prolonging the suffering of your family. Because you can't pack infinity food into one of these. You know what I mean? So eventually you're going to starve if you don't leave. And when you do leave, you're going to open the door to a picked over, possibly nuclear wasteland where nothing will grow and where your weapons don't mean anything because there's no game to hunt. And there's no, you can't scavenge and all the shit, all
And
the
the prep philosophy is like, I'd rather die a month after everyone else dies.
yeah, I don't get it. It's just like one way or the other.
Hey, maybe we want to see how things play out. Maybe we want to see what the aftermath looks like.
Like, why would you want to witness it?
Yeah, they're gonna come in
Because they're crazy.
and they're gonna
Oh.
see that.
You know what?
They're gonna,
Not all of us are crazy.
and they're very
Well, why do we do it? Because we're
successfully set up a way to feed themselves.
great answer. Yeah,
And, it'll
But
be,
true, though.
It'll be bad times. Bad times.
it would be bad times, but hey,
Meat eater.
it'll be fun to at least kind of
because it takes longer.
watch a little bit,
It's more dangerous.
see how things play out for a while.
That makes sense.
At least where I'm at, maybe things won't be as bad. But and if that's the case, then maybe I'll let my optimism be the better of me. Hold out for a while.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you're limited unless you're in a class of people that you're not. Unless you're a multi-millionaire or a billionaire, you're limited in your ability to have like a whole warehouse of food. Like you collecting enough food for you and your family to live on in perpetuity.
I don't know. Like, heated storage actually isn't that expensive.
Right, but space is. You
Yeah.
need more than one heated storage unit to store enough food to keep your
For three
family.
people? For 3 people?
Yeah, in perpetuity.
Well, yeah.
No, not in perpetuity. I'm talking about during economic unrest. I'm talking about during, like, economic unrest.
Sure,
I was
like
talking
we
about
said, like
3,000
short. If
I'm
there's
sorry.
short-term shit, that's
Right.
different. Like, but I said that. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, okay. In the dystopia, yeah, a fucking heated. Besides, all the storage places would get raided instantly. Somebody with bolt cutters shows up and takes everything.
Yeah, a lot of these preppers are way too proud of their prepping, though, and that's going to be like they think
So we'll say.
it has been real, and it's been fun.
But it has not been real fun. Oh, so great. Pretty nice. So it's nice, to see those kind of fun little random ass back and forths that go on between those two. It's not the first time, and most certainly won't be the last between, on ideology, that's for sure. Kind of glad I tuned into that, for tonight. I was just like, oh, Abernathy's live. What does he happen to be up to? And he happened to be, just kind of talking about Kurt Cobain a little bit, then religious nonsense, and then Jason popped on. And, what a nice little thing to just kind of tune into and see the random absurdity that it is. Whew. But man, my throat feels really coarse already now because of all that shit. Just of all the laughing. Ay. Dios mío. But anyway, I think I will get myself some food and smoke this last little bowl out. Sometimes they just need a little shorter stream to just kind of chill and shit. I mean, I streamed for like, what, fucking almost 8 goddamn hours last night. So, after those ones, I usually try to make the next one shorter. Plus, I want to get a little extra beauty sleep. A little extra Z's. I like that. Boo boo. Oh, look at that little face. He's so cute. Anyway. Peace out for now. But of course, I'm back around for that next one, so